Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. It's Friday.
Yes.
And it's time for SmackDown. We push 6.
I did.
We just push 6 now.
All right. Sorry about that, guys. Thanks for joining us. I'm Delitha. That's Travis.
Woo.
We're just getting
ready for
stuff
SmackDown.
and whatnot. We're signed in. All right. We're headed over to watch some SmackDown tonight. Everybody is very excited for the contract signing, correct? Because that's what's happening.
We got contract signings. We got Fidel Castro's going to be on tonight. That's Trudeau's dad.
Just contract signings. It's Trudeau's dad.
Trudeau's dad is going to be on there.
Daddy.
We also got Baron Corbin versus Drew McIntyre.
Ooh, how exciting.
Look at this. They're going way back. All the way back to day 1.
Oh, Jesus. Oh.
That's over 2,000 years ago.
That's over 2,000 years.
Luke Riley.
We've got Walter in the chat with us. Says,
Walter.
hey, Travis and Delitha. SmackDown trivia, then AEW Rampage. Film is in the chat, too. Rick Perry is with us.
Rick Perry.
Luke is out there,
Don't
of course.
stop
Luke!
believing. Hold on to your blah, blah, blah.
Hold on to your bladder. That's
I don't
cool.
know what it is. That's Rick Perry, isn't
James
it?
in the chat. Hey, Jacob. How's it going?
Woo!
Anyways, Film says, hello, Miss D and Travis. Happy Friday. Big hug, big hearts. And Rick Perry says, OMG, Cody Rhodes is backstage tonight. What?
Cody's
it
there?
Looks like, do you know that for a fact, Rick? I mean, right? Did you talk to him? Like, do you call him at home? Because that's always my questions, right? Jacob's like, hey, homies, how you doing? And hey, Al. Luke also says, let's all try to have a fun SmackDown stream tonight and don't flood chat.
Flood it.
With a bunch of rumors. Travis and Delitha are already caught up. No, I want to hear all the rumors, Luke. At least 25 times. That is my bet. Picola is in the chat. Hey, Picola says, happy Friday, everyone, and all the things. All those things, right?
So many people argued with me about Big E being champion for like 2.5 months. And I was like, he's going to just drop it. He's just a placeholder champion. Oh, no. He's the future. He's the future.
Forever. They should keep him as a champion always.
So I kind of was like, wait, why is this happening? Why do they keep saying this? And then, there's no way at day 1 he loses his title. By the way, he lost his title at day 1. And now he's in a tag team on SmackDown.
Yes.
So we'll see if he ever works his way back up to a title picture. But as of right now, I don't see it happening.
Yeah. Luke's like, I'm here before you two started to leave. That's why I don't want to hear about how I'm never here anymore. Don't worry. I'm sure that you'll have some emergencies come up and you won't be here for a while. And then I'll get to say it again.
Emergency.
Still need a drink. All right.
Did you get your liquor?
No. I should have.
Why not?
Why not?
Ain't got shit to do.
I'll just drink my fucking life away.
It's like Friday.
It's fucking Friday. Got nothing to do. Got
no,
shit
like
to
the
do.
movie Friday. I'm gonna get you high today. Just do it outside. Take Naxos with you.
Right.
So they are now to this last weekend. So they went from day 1 to this last weekend pretty quick.
It's very quick. They were like, we don't want to see a lot of other stuff that people want to see. No. No.
Watch. So it's the match of them all, of all time.
Pickle's like, oh, well, he's an afterthought now, shaking his bootios. Biggie, he's talking about.
This is
right?
terrible.
Like, did he even, I mean, I know a lot of people are excited about it and all that stuff, but it was just kind of like a meh. What you doing, buddy? You getting into the pans?
Going somewhere.
Naxos! He's on the
Get
stove.
out! I can see him. Sort of. He's in the sink. Like in it.
Oh, good.
Like his whole body's in the sink.
Hey. What did I tell you about stuff? We have this conversation that you're getting into shit.
All right. What are they going to show us first? I guess we're just going to get that contract signing. Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar. Main event of the show, obviously. We did hear that Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey are going to be on night 1. But they're showing it right there for night 2. Because it says April. Yeah. Sunday, April 3rd. So I would assume that Charlotte and Ronda might close down night 1. It just depends on what other matches they have set up. Woo! The biggest WrestleMania match of all time. Bigger than Andre Hogan. At least that's what we're hearing. Hopefully, if they really do that match and it really is going to be the greatest of all time, I hope it lasts like 45 minutes or something. All right, who's coming out first? They're bringing out a woman. Rowdy Ronda. Yeah, Rowdy Ronda Rousey. A lot of people that are there are cheering, so she has some fans that pay for tickets. And she has a few weeks still. There's 5 weeks starting tomorrow, so 5 weeks in one day. 36 days till WrestleMania to get in better shape if she's going to. So don't worry about what she looks like right now. That's a long time. Obviously going with the baby face stuff. She's high-fiving the fans. This is what got her in trouble last time. I don't know if they rushed her after she had a baby, because she didn't have a baby that long ago. New mom. I think Dalitha's coming back. I'm debating on whether to read your guys' chats right now or not. Ronda, it's been 3 years.
I'm not missing anything.
It's been 3 years since she's been there.
And now she's back to ruin it.
She broke her hand. She broke her hand, then rehabbed that. She broke her other hand. So she's basically been doing stuff with her hands, and she also got pregnant. Usually can't get pregnant doing hand stuff.
My microphone on and not listening.
Do you know I'm actually wearing blue on a blue day? It's weird.
It's gross.
Where's my black one? There it is.
It's over there. Or it's in there.
Where did all the hoodies go?
Some of them are in that chair. One of them's over there. One of them's right there. One of them's on me.
Blair hating to gray.
She really needs to change who does her makeup because it looks really bad.
She has a professional makeup artist.
Well, they're really shitty at their job. Anyways, David Robert Wood is in the chat. Hey, David.
Hey, David.
Thanks
for joining us.
Jacob's
Bryce
like,
up in
where are we at tonight?
You know, I haven't heard, but I'm sure Roman's going to tell us all about it when he comes out.
True that. Lizzie Luke says, right now, the only foreseeable emergency is how I'm 7 hours ahead of you, which will cause an emergency with my sleep. I thought this was like your prime time to be awake anyways, Luke. I don't know what you're complaining about. And Robbie's in the chat. Hey, Robbie.
Robbie.
Wants to know what's going on, people. And David Roberts says, hi. And Rick Perry says, Wrestling Gab, is that AEW Battle Royale Part 2 tonight going to be mid? Does it make any sense? We get another Battle Royale wrestling at Gab.
It works.
It's for their, their tag team stuff, so that's the only reason why they're having it. Robbie's like, Panda Pawsey. And Luke says, Rick, this is SmackDown, not AEW. And Walter's like, okay, Michael Cole, Ronda Rousey. And Robbie says, Ronda makes me want to throw up. And Roberto is in the chat. Hey, Roberto. Says, hello, sorry I wasn't in the chat this past Wednesday. Don't worry about it, man.
It happens, boss.
Life is what it is. Robbie says, she's not that exciting, Travis. LOL. And Pico says, way bigger than Bam Bam and Lawrence Taylor. Whatever we're talking about.
The greatest wrestling match of all time. Or greatest WrestleMania match of all time. We already know that Edge and Randy have the greatest wrestling match of all time.
Yeah, it's that garbage. Oh, Walter's like, Talitha is late. And as Luke says, Talitha was already here, Walter. LOL. Walter's like, oh, oops. LOL. Yeah, the dog was decided that he needed to get on the stove.
I thought he was in the
pans.
sink.
And so I had to go kind of wash those pans because he's a butt.
Yeah, he's always starving, even though he's got food in his bowl.
Oh, he ate it all.
He already did?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah, he ate all of his food. But he's starving, and we have a gas stove, and I really
Here
didn't
comes
want
Charlotte
to die from monoxide poisoning.
Charlotte coming down first. I know you're excited. Tell everybody how excited you are.
I'm excited for her what the fuck outfit moment that might happen. I'm not sure. Is she wearing a dress this time?
That's not bad.
Oh, thank God.
I'm not going to complain about this. It's not a what the fuck is she wearing.
Thank God. It's even a two-piece.
It's a skirt.
So I'm okay with it. That works. It's when she wears her other weird shit. Can't handle it. Bryce is in the chat. Hey, Bryce says, hey, Wrestling Gab. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you too, Bryce. Piccolo says, wish she had a hype man or woman.
Right. You know what's funny about this is last year, SmackDown had both main events. If you want to call night one having a main event. I don't call it that, but whatever. Into night one was SmackDown's.
Right.
It was Sasha Banks, right?
Mm-hmm.
The end of night two was Roman.
Mm-hmm.
And now this year, they're main eventing night one, hypothetically, and Roman's going to wrestle again, headline. So SmackDown gets the headlines, if that's how they decide to go about it.
I just didn't see it, Luke.
Uh-oh.
Missed one, I guess. Oh, let's see.
So all the shit she normally wears, this isn't even that bad.
Right. Already here. I read that. Up to Bryce. Bryce says, is Shotzi going to be on TV? Have no idea.
We would like to see it, but I just don't see how. I mean, they might use her as a filler, but I don't see her being in WrestleMania, so I don't know if they're going to start building her towards that.
Right. Nico says, why I wish she... Oh, I said that. And Vindicator's in the chat. Hey, Vindicator says, hello, Delitho Travis, Luke, Walter, Ravi. Wait till they get
Oh, Sonya Deville from behind!
Oh, it's Sonya. Ooh, beating her up. That's funny. Walter says Cesaro was not in WWE, and Walter says, hey, Vin. Vindicator says, them being in Hershey, Pennsylvania, lost me in the mood. Puts me in the mood for some chocolate. Yes, Hershey and chocolate. Ravi says Ronda needs a slap. Bryce says, why, yes, I heard about the news about Cesaro quietly quitting WWE. Very sad about it, in my honest opinion. It's not really that he quit. It's just that they couldn't.
Your set's a failure, she says to her.
It's
oh, Ronda!
Gave her the
monkey flips over her.
It's not so much that Cesaro quietly quit. It's they couldn't come to an agreement and his contract ran out. So he's not even on a 90-day non-compete clause or anything like that. So he's kind of free to just go to whatever he wants. He's at this point a free agent to do whatever
He'll probably do Swiss porn.
That sounds about what he should do. Toy Story 3 is filth. Yes. That's interesting. And that kid did not like...
Oh, speaking of the devil, there's Big E. Riding a four-wheeler.
Ronda needs a slap. And Luke says, well, normally it's prime time, but I'm doing all the building stuff in the morning and daytime, so I get more tired at night.
Ah, that does happen.
And Bryce says, well, if he's ever decided to wrestle somewhere else, I hope it's New Japan Pro Wrestling and not AEW. Robbie says, oh, she looks like a panda. Look at her eyes. Hello, and Walter says, Charlotte Flair, boo. Vindicator says, only reason I'm not bailing out now is I want to see Ronda make fun of Spawn. It's kind of hard for her to make fun of Spawn because she doesn't talk very well, and Charlotte can talk rings around her.
Yeah, Charlotte can hold her own.
The only thing that Ronda thinks she can do is beat people up, and it's pretty pathetic. Robbie's like, Square needs to give Ronda the big boot. And Film says, yes, let her pick Queen Charlotte Flair. And Film says, let's go. And Luke says, delete this, skip my comment about Ronda's eyes. Okay, Luke, so I read every comment since I wasn't here, and your comment about Ronda's eyes didn't show up.
What?
So I can't read a comment.
So ask the question, was it not there because it was inappropriate?
That's...
Because sometimes they do that.
Yes.
Like, Ayla can't say the word fat sometimes, but other times she can.
Now she can say fuck and fat and all kinds of crazy shit, so I don't know.
Some days.
I guess, I don't know. So anyways, it didn't show up, and I read all of them that I saw. For 7 ahead.
What the hell's this?
All this of that. Do you know that for a fact? That's it. I don't have any more.
Oh, the Masked Singer.
Garbage. All right, so I didn't skip a comment if it's not there to skip. Film's like, Walter, don't boo on my armpit queen. And Vindicator says, Spawn is making me think about cows for some reason tonight. Bigelow says, look, she's repping Alabama. Roll Tide, Charlotte. Film says, P.S. Hello, Walter. How are you doing today? And Jacob says, hello, Al. And Film says, hey, Jacob, I subscribed to your channel, bro. Jacob's like, I saw that, Al. And Ravi says, haha, Ronda getting slapped up, having her Clark handed to her. LOL. And Matthew's in the chat. Hey, Matthew. He's like, marry me, Sonya. He loves her. Film's like, how was the what? And Pico says, folks that don't follow the things, Bear Bryant was famous with a houndstooth fedora for Bama.
Roll Tide.
I have no idea, but that's interesting.
Yeah, he wore the fedora.
Vindicator says, then again, maybe Spawn thinks she's a walking barbershop floor or chessboard. That's interesting. Walter says, geez, Sonya beating on Rousey, as she should, I think. And Matthew says, Big E drove the pace car for the Indy 500. I didn't know he could drive.
Yeah, his driver's license and everything.
Oh, cool. Film says, what do you mean by that, Jacob? Ronda Rousey's coming out, yes. Walter says, New Day for the win. And Matthew's like, lousy Ronda Rousey. And JVD is in the chat. Hey, JVD says, what's up, peeps? Bryce says, okay, I understand, Miss D. They didn't know what else to do with them. I don't know if it was that. It was more along the lines of they just couldn't come to an agreement on a contract. So WWE might have offered him something. Maybe he didn't like the offer.
Lowballed him or something.
You know, who knows? I don't know if anybody else out there knows. Good for you. I don't call him at home. I don't know his personal business. I know nothing about him. That's just stuff that's out there in the rumor mill air as to why they couldn't agree. Isn't there. Okay, it's not because he got fired. It's just they couldn't agree right now. And that doesn't mean anything, right? Doesn't mean a damn thing. He could show up next week. All right.
Yeah, they got plenty of money and time. And
yeah. It looks like apparently the name of a certain animal will have comments removed. A
panda?
Cow, an ass, a raccoon. Oh, looks like I said, why does Ronda look like a raccoon trying too hard to be a raccoon? Well, all right, I need every single person in the chat right now to type the word raccoon, and I want to see if it shows up.
That's funny.
If somebody's trying to be a raccoon. So please put it in a sentence and give the definition. Just kidding. Robbie says,
Mama just chased him off with the broom.
Be gone off TV. Picola says, why are you guys judging me? LOL, ain't fat. Yeah. It's because, Ayla thought I was saying fat Lisa, but I was saying fat laces.
There it goes, guys. Sonya Deville got to go one-on-one with Ronda Rousey next Friday.
JVD wants to know how many rematches we're getting tonight. And Luke says, I said that. And JVD says, what up, Picola? Jacob says, Al, saw you subbed. Vindicator says, it would be inappropriate not to get a trivia question for Walter to show how much he is smarter than everyone. Yes, I will get that on the next...
Catch that on the flip side.
I'll catch that on the next commercial. Sorry about that, Walter. I was trying to catch up a chat.
Hey, look, it's a kiss cam.
The kiss cam's
They're looking for some dames.
Who's he going to slobber on this time? Matthew says, just saw that Trish is coming back next month. Vindicator says it would be all right. And Walter says trivia time. LOL. And Luke says, Matthew, not you of all people, spewing rumors.
Here it is, guys.
Philip says, yes, Jacob. Indeed.
The luckiest dame in the building.
Aw, how sweet. Big Ol says, how in the world does Big E fit in a race car? Them things are tight like a tiger. The pace cars aren't that way. They're just normal cars, usually. Film says, hey, Misty, was Charlotte Flair not wearing any long sleeves? She was wearing long sleeves. Sorry, Film. She was wearing long sleeves. Matthew says, LMFAO, Luke, I just saw it in my feed. Ravi says, D, give Cesaro a belt. Then he might tell you why he... A bell? Then he might tell you why you let... Nah, it's alright. Film says, hey, Jacob, you changed your profile picture. And Ravi says, raccoon. Matthew's like, raccoon eyes are foolish. People's like, yo, JVD, hey, it's that time of the week. JVD says, raccoons are ugly. Vindicator says, I don't even know how to spell the word raccoon. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Jacob's like, yeah, because like so many wrestlers beat up raccoons. I love you guys. Walter's like, poor Sonya versus Rousey. And Luke's like, oh, that's BS. I literally put the same thing I typed, but or it only edited the one word. crypto raccoon, and it showed up.
Look at, he's got a little 4-wheeler because he had the pace car. So
Oh,
now
yeah?
he gets to do a...
So he's like, I can't walk anymore.
He's
I
the
have to
pace
drive
car
myself everywhere.
of the WWE.
That's just ridiculous. Pickle's like, there, I participated. Well, thank you, sir.
Hey, you've
for
been gone for 2 weeks
participating.
because of the Super Bowl. Thanks for coming back. Had nothing to do with the Saudi Arabia show.
No, not at all. He had to go to the Super Bowl and not wear a mask. I'm just kidding.
Mask mandates are gone.
Not during the Super Bowl, they weren't.
Oh, I know. Well, they didn't have them on anyways. Nobody in the crowd could get go.
All of those celebrities that kept telling people they should be wearing masks weren't wearing them? That is so weird.
But we come to find out the science has shown that they don't work. And guess what? They got lifted today.
Yeah.
The CDC.
Well, there's like, okay, no
What we knew
hurry.
all along the whole time.
Right? JVD says time for the Kiss Cam plant again. Yes. Commander Martha's in the chat. Hey, Commander
Commander
says,
Martha.
Pierce with that Chicagoan accent just like me. And Walter says New Day will win.
Oh!
Oh, you think?
You know,
They might.
didn't Los Lotharios win last week?
Yes.
Didn't they pin Kofi?
Yes. Film says, oh, come on, Charlotte. Do not wear long sleeves, but I still love you, though. Ravi's like, Humberto, clown, or funny, weird face and sleeping. Film says, what did Ronda Rousey do? Did she save somebody?
No, she was out there talking to Michael Cole. She did an interview about why she left WWE in the first place. She broke her hand at WrestleMania 35. Then she broke her other hand after rehabbing the one hand. She broke her other hand, rehabbed that, and when she was going to come back, she got pregnant.
Excuses.
And now she is back for good.
To ruin
Charlotte came
everybody's
down
lives.
and interrupted her just so Sonya could hit her from behind, but we didn't know that was the ploy. Then Sonya attacked her from behind and did pretty good, and then got a little snapmare or whatever you want to call it, and then she left the ring. Ronda was standing up in the middle of the ring. Adam Pearce made a match next Friday, Ronda Rousey versus Sonya Deville. So, next week.
Yeah, next week.
She looked a little scared, too, after hearing the news.
Yes, she did.
All right, anyways, but in the match, a little
Humberto
snapmare
is
right there.
unfortunately getting beat up.
Yes, as normal.
And then Big E decided to make fun of him by doing
Oh,
the New Day
leapfrog.
Rock
Oh,
slap
God, he
bump.
landed right with his tailbone on it.
He grabbed his butt.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't yell out, my hole.
My hole. My whole hole.
My hole. My hole.
Looked like Nia Jax is looking pretty good.
I think that was a filter.
I don't think it was. I don't think
Lies-
you can. There's a filter like that.
Filters. JVD's LMA. Oh, and Vindicator says Big E stole Shotzi's gimmick riding out on vehicles. Doesn't make him more interesting. Shotzi should subpoena him.
Right.
Jacob says,
Take
hey,
it before
JVD.
Congress.
And JVD says, what's up, Jacob?
Oh, shit. Big E down again. What is
Nice.
going on with Big E? Is he maybe leaving? They're just like embarrassing him. Oh, shit.
Angel
Angel Garza
serious.
is ready now. He took his
Ripped
pants off.
his pants, and then he laid on the whatchamacallit.
The ring announce table.
The ring announce table just for Pat McAfee to rub oil all over his.
Yeah. He's not one of the oil boys, but whatever. He's down.
Pat McAfee totally is. He's like, oh my God, you're laying there. Let me put this on you.
You're one. The oil boys. He's just a guard.
Let's
Rub
see.
oil on me or die.
Read that one. Okay, here's a trivia question for you. Who defeated The Rock and Triple H in a triple threat match at Survivor Series 1999 to win his first WWE championship? Jacob says, JVD, just watching my favorite YouTubers. And Robbie says, oh, I don't know why I stayed up for the Super Bowl. It was interesting.
I didn't
Phil
mind the
says,
Super
I
Bowl.
hope Finn Balor doesn't leave WWE. He's too cool. Matthew says, I told y'all a few weeks ago that the sprinkles would end and it would begin. I honestly thought we had a couple more weeks before the Hue of Crane conflict.
Yeah, I mean, I think they just like to keep us under stress.
Yeah.
They did the whole COVID thing. The COVID ends or whatever.
Right.
And then all of a sudden we're in a war. Right when COVID stuff starts, they're like, hey, just stay scared because they're easier to control.
Like, oh, just so you guys know, we just made up the whole COVID thing. It was such a funny farce. Just to politically control all of you. It was so much fun. You guys are morons. Vindicator says, stuff in Europe is taking attention away from masks for the time being anyway. Walter says, yep, CDC are saying no masks since no outbreaks is going down.
Indoors.
Yeah.
It's not outdoors. It's indoor
they weren't.
stuff.
It was all a farce. It's so funny, you know, like that
scared
Omicron,
people.
You know, Africa was like, we don't want any more of your vaccinations. And then all of a sudden Omicron popped up. It was like, what the fuck? Like, is this coincidence, people? It was really kind of silly. Some silly, weird stuff.
It was fun to watch for a year and a half or however long.
It's been
like just to watch people and their reactions to stuff. It's just like, woo.
Yeah.
And now we can see how fast the government control people. It's scary fast. And hopefully people learn from this for the next thing that they're not so easily manipulated. Because that shit was, it's terrifying how fast it was.
Yeah.
They started using words like the new normal.
Oh, yeah.
And that was a huge manipulative one. That one.
They're still trying to pass whatever that one thing is that he's trying to get back to whatever it is, their bill that they're trying to pass. It's kind of weird.
I don't know anything about that.
Anyways, we're back from break.
Los Lotharios going right after. Did we have an answer?
Yes. The answer to the trivia question was Big Show.
Oh,
if
yeah.
you guessed Big Show, you got it right.
Now it's the big slow.
Philip says, I like Finn Balor. And Ravi wants Ronda to just stay at home. Ravi says, film he probs will. And Pico says, to be honest, nothing's been any different in Florida, but we are in a different category.
Yeah, right.
You're in the smart category.
We're in the same one as you, basically.
There's a lot of people here, and they would get really upset with you if you didn't wear masks. And it's like, just wear your own. If you feel safer, that's good for you, but I don't have to.
You gotta do you. Do you, boo. Do you, boo.
JB says, if World War III happens and we all get nuked, you will survive as long as you're vaccinated.
Yeah.
Walter's like, okay, at 9:15 p.m. my time going raw. I will be here Monday, still here. Awesome. Walter Pico says, yes, cost of gas is about $3.40, probably raise up to $4 by the summer. Oh, I'm pretty sure it's going to go a lot higher than that.
Get up to like $4.95. Mm-hmm. Barack Obama days.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Luke says, so Sonya's intruder was sentenced to 20 years in federal prison today, eligible for parole in 12. And the group of people that attacked Liv was each sentenced to 3 years in jail and $100K fines each.
That's nuts. That's crazy that you could get 20 years, yet pedophiles don't get shit, or rapists.
They're like, oh,
he would have probably got a better sentence if he'd have raped her.
True that. He would have only been like convicted like for 3 years.
That's ridiculous.
Walter's like, oh, that's his guess. And Pico says, well, that's the Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle. Everybody gave their guesses. And Shaquan White's in the chat. Hey, Shaquan. Says, which match now? New Day.
New Day versus the Los Lotharios.
Yeah. Shaquan says,
the
hey,
ladies
guys.
man.
And Pico says, New Day is facing Los Lotharios. There you go. And Ravi says, the board of the Sprinkles talk. I hear it on the daily as I work for the NHS and award.
Oh.
Yeah, Ravi, I don't even listen to it.
I don't.
Like, that's just little excerpts that I see every once in a while. I haven't really watched the news in like over 2 years. It
pops up because I have my notifications on for my emails, and so it pops up on Yahoo News. I get one a day of the COVID situation.
Yeah, I don't even get that.
Oh, Big E getting sexy with it.
He's like, here, let me throw my grossness all over you.
It's STDs.
Ew, is that what causes that? That's nasty. Vindicator says, darn you,
New Day rocks.
Maybe next time.
New Day rocks.
Who won that match? It's not over.
It's happening right now. It's ending right here, though.
The loser.
No!
Oh! Ooh!
Why did Big E drop him?
Because he wanted to go after Angel, I guess? I don't know.
Well, Angel was going to come in. Angel going to get pinned.
Oh, Humberto's like, here, you take him. Oh.
Big E's too much.
Poor Angel. He's like, here, let me
the man slam.
Partnered Kofi in. Humberto
watch this.
Better go save somebody.
This just hurts. Bulldog.
Oh, bummers. Where's
1, 2. Berto saves him.
Nah, good for him. Oh shit!
Missed.
Oh,
no, he got him with
nice.
that secondary kick.
Got him on the backswing. Oh, double kick.
Kofi gonna lose again?
Actor.
Right? Kofi might lose this again.
Rose himself.
No, here it is. Trouble in paradise. No.
Oh, push him.
Oh, SOS.
Oh, there he goes.
What's happening now?
I don't know.
Angel, that's dumb. Don't do that.
Oh
God.
Ouch.
He hit him hard.
Jesus, guys.
Get Kofi back in the ring. Angel Garza's just a great wrestler, isn't he?
He is pretty good.
Oh, he's
like,
gonna.
Oh, this is a nice 4-wheeler.
I'm not gonna say it.
Ew, he's like kissing it. Oh, gross, man.
Where's Ayla? Double forearm, Kofi Kingston.
We need you to say something. Say it in the chat so I can read it. Just kidding.
Ayla, I need you to say this for me because it's
Matthew's
funny.
like,
oh shit! Belly to belly.
Ooh.
This is it. He's done.
Is he?
Yes.
Is it happening?
Yep.
He's got up there. Oh, he just got kicked in the face by Angel.
Is that enough?
Hurry, get him over.
Big E's up, though. Big E's up.
Big E's on the other side. Ooh,
Kofi did kicked out.
This time. Wow.
By the way, I love this New Day, so I'm okay with this New Day.
Right? He's like, here, get over in this corner so I can do some high flying myself.
Keep the king out of it, and I'm fine.
Right?
Oh, he's gonna run him over.
Run your boy over.
Big E with the distraction.
Oh.
Big knee.
Get up, Angel. Run out of the thing. Oh,
all right, Humberto, get in there. Big ending. Bam, that's
Bummer.
it. 1, 2, 3 or 100. I was actually going for the Lotharios a little bit, but I do like the New Day. So.
I hate the fucking New Day.
This New Day?
Yeah, I don't like him at all.
Oh my gosh, since when?
Don't like him.
I'll wear my Pancake Power shirt.
Do it.
For like 2 weeks straight.
I've never really liked them.
Big E and Kofi just, they know how to rock. Because New Day rocks.
Uh-huh. Matthew says, why the fuck would we trust Johnson & Johnson when they killed a bunch of people to making money turning people into opioid addicts? Common sense, people. I don't think they turn people into opioid addicts. I'm pretty sure the people who took the opioids turned themselves into addicts. Anyways, Luke says, Matthew, calm down and no politics. Luke, you calm down. Walter's like, Tony Khan has an announcement on AEW. Supposedly, and Matthew's like, love him. I'm sorry, Luke, I'm done. It looks like if her stalker got that much federal time, there had to be more that we don't know.
Yes, ridiculous.
Which they should be releasing those documentations because it's public knowledge at this point. Shaquan White says, guys, I think World War III is coming. Nah. Jacob says Biggie has nice shoes. Shaquan White's Russia versus Ukraine. Nah.
It doesn't make any sense. It's two corrupt governments fighting each other. Just stay out of it. It'll be over soon.
Yeah, who cares?
Like there's no reason. Don't take a side.
Yeah.
Don't cheer for one side or the other. They're both equally corrupt. Neither of them matter.
Yeah.
So don't get wrapped up in this one, guys. This is like Venezuela fighting Puerto Rico or something. It just doesn't. There's no importance.
Nope. Walter's like, I say my thoughts, prayers to Ukraine bad bombing for Russia. And Robbie says SmackDown needs to liven up. And Vindicator says, let's not use Big E and sexy in the same sentence ever again. Ha ha, ugh. Matthew's like, Big E does an awesome overhead belly-to-belly suplex.
He sure does.
Walter says, New Day win this match. And Matthew says, Monster Truck, that Guido. And Luke says, stop with War Talk, please. This is a wrestling stream. Walter's like, okay, Luke. And Ayla is in the chat saying, hey, skanks. And Robbie says, LOLD, a New Day fan.
Oh, now she shows up.
Yeah, now she shows up after you can't say what you wanted to say.
Well, I couldn't say it. I'd had to text her.
I know. You text her to put it in the chat, and then I have to read it.
That's fine.
Exactly. Walter's like, New Day won. Good. And Matthew says, boo, the Usos. And Walter's like, back to wrestling. And Shaquan White's like, I love the New Day. And Robbie says, LOL, Cole a car salesman too. And Walter's like, boo, Usos. And Vindicator says, so Big E is back in his box as a sideshow kitty gimmick where Buck Mossman wants him after being world champion. What an epic fall from grace. JVD is in the chat says, yeah, I don't care for the New Day either. I just don't like them. Like, I didn't like them, their stuff before. I just...
Come on. One of the greatest tag teams ever.
No.
Pancakes?
I don't care. Like, I'm not saying that they are good at being wrestlers. I just don't like them. And
Bootios?
that's okay. Yeah, I don't like it. I just don't. Looks like I understand the Ukraine Russia thing is huge, but I and others come to streams to escape the never-ending bad news running rampant. Matthew's like, nothing like WWE trying to sell us a Toyota. Looks like, so just let it go. Yeah, guys, everybody needs to sing Frozen. let it go. Let it go.
I haven't seen part 2 yet. Has anybody seen part 2 of Frozen? Is it any good?
I don't know how the rest of that song goes, but just let it go. Let it go.
That's what I should do, is I should bring Indigo over and watch Frozen 2.
Like 587 times. All right, here is a trivia
I feel
question.
like I can't watch Disney cartoons anymore because I don't have a kid.
Oh my God, you can
Because she's 16, so I'm like...
Doesn't matter, just watch.
Can you imagine a man watching Frozen 2?
Yes, I can.
By himself?
Yes.
All teary-eyed.
Why would you cry?
There's some stuffed animal guy. What's his name? Olaf? Making jokes, just making me die laughing.
Do you want me to watch them with you? Does it make you better if an adult female's watching them with you?
I don't think that would work.
I don't really care. Anyways, here's the trivia question for you after Travis's rampant rampage talk about Disney movies and not being able to watch them as a man. Makes you kind of a less of a man, but
No,
WWE superstars competed against athletes from which professional sport in a battle royale at WrestleMania 2? A long time ago, so figure it out. Let's see. Matthew says nothing like WWE trying to sell us at Toyota. Oh, I already read that. Sophie's in the chat. Hey, Sophie.
Hey, Sophie.
Says hi, people. Did you hear Cesaro walked out of the WWE yesterday? No, Sophie, had no idea. Thanks for letting us know.
Check.
Looks like I am very calm. Are you, Luke? Are you very calm or are you just calm? Everybody's like WWE3. And Sophie says that. So Walter says, cool truck with a WWE wrestler. Shaquan Mike's like, wait, really? And Il's like, hey. And looks like Sophie, yes, all news and rumors have already been covered. Vinegar's like, Sophie, let me read some fresh new industry theories from you. Make this chat feel more complete. Robbie's like, they moved the Champions League football final this year from Russia. Cool. And Sophie says, a unification title match at Mania. I wonder if that means they are going to end the brand split after Mania.
We'll see. They're not doing it with the ladies, so I don't see it.
Walter's like, hey, Ayla. JVD's like, hi, Ayla. And Matthew says, LOL, governments are corrupt. I wish Vince McMahon became president. Ayla's like, Matthew from Jersey Heart. And Vindicator's like, Ayla. It looks like coveted. He didn't walk out. They just didn't agree to a new contract, so stop with the BS rumors. It was like JVD Hart and Will Hunter is in the chat. Hey, Will says, Russia may be doing us a favor, but screw all of that. We are watching wrestling today. Rafi's like, Ayla, say raccoon in a sentence. And Ravi's like, Ayla, what's good? And Ayla's like, Walter, Vin, Luke, hello. And Ayla's like, Ravi, fuck off. And Luke's got face in his face, like, oh my God. Jacob's like, hey, Ayla. And Sophie's like, I'm guessing I'm not blocked from seeing Ayla in the chat now. JVD's like, I'm more of a waffle guy. Pickle's like, I like Woods, but only because of his up, down, down channel. Vindicator's like, but Valentine's Day has long since passed. I'm confused.
Look, they're back together, remember?
Oh, they're friends again?
Yeah, Sheamus took it to him last week. Pushed him down.
I guess he learned his lesson.
Poor Ridge Holland.
Get your sorry asses out of the building.
Oh, Big E tried to run him down. That's vehicular manslaughter.
It is. This JVD says, I'm more of a waffle guy. You know what, JVD? Me too. That and French toast. Pancakes.
Why does this guy have a job? Sam Roberts needs to be fired right now.
Who the fuck is this weirdo?
He does their morning stuff. Like before pay-per-views, he's always on. Ew. But I don't like him back there. No. Toasty Marshmallow, bring her back.
Where is she and why isn't she home? She's not allowed to take days off. No vacations for you. The answer to that trivia question was football. If you guys got it. I'll probably get there at some point.
Yeah, it absolutely was. What other sport would it be?
Baseball, basketball, hockey.
Yes, Wayne Gretzky got in the ring with Hulk Hogan.
Yes. Walter says WWE, give WWE fan a free truck. And Neil says, I unblocked everyone but Aaron, so just you, Sophie. Sophie's like, sorry, I was late. I was doing D by showing up late to the stream.
Boom.
Cool.
Oh, shit! The Vikings attacked the Usos in the back.
Sophie is, I make it look cool. Jacob says, I actually got to see them throw pancakes in person. And Sophie's like, I saw Frozen too. It was boring. The indicator's like, LOL, kidding. Much love back to you, Ayla. Piccolo says, Waffle House twins, me and JVD, right? Robbie's like, nah, I refuse to watch bad films like Frozen. Walter's like, Frozen 2 is good. He was like, speaking of Indigo, I have questions, but I'll just text you later. Like, you want us to adopt her or something? Yeah, no. That's no.
What?
No.
Yes.
It's just how she stated it. She's like, I have questions, but I'll text you later. It's like, okay. No.
Speak to my legal team. No,
JVD laughing. I can imagine Travis watching
Xylee.
Frozen 2. Oh, everybody's on that.
I will watch.
Sophie, you love annoying Luke.
I will watch the Rapunzel one. I like that one.
Tangled, yes.
Tangled. I'd watch that one by myself.
Sophie says Frozen 2 was forgettable to watch. Encanto, on the other hand, was awesome.
What's that?
That's that new one that's trending on Disney. You won't watch it, so why are you even care about?
Well, how do I know if I'd watch it?
It's a cartoon, though. It's a cartoon movie.
And it's called Encanto?
Encanto.
It's about Harry Potter? Sounds like a curse in Harry Potter.
No, actually, it's about South American people.
Why wouldn't I watch it?
I don't know. Or Central American people. I guess it could be Central American and South American. I'm trying to think where it's... Maybe it's...
It's like Peru or something?
Maybe. I think it's Peru.
That's in the middle, not central.
Is that in the middle part?
Yeah, but it's
Before you get to South?
It's still considered
or
South.
Or is it part of the South American continent?
It's South American continent.
Okay. I couldn't remember because I know they have Central America, but that's part of the North American continent. But they're still considered Central America.
Xylee gonna wrestle tonight?
Who's she gonna fucking fight, Natalia?
I hope so.
Bullies. It was like, Matthew, you look like a raccoon. Sometimes he probably, especially if his hair's all crazy, looks like a rabid raccoon. Just kidding. Xylee out there with her sharp, pointy things. Whatever props she's got. JVD's laughing, and Ravi says, no, I said WW3. Yes, Piccolo says the last Pixar movie I seen was probably Up. And Sophie says they aren't calling WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2. They are calling it Mania Saturday and Mania Sunday.
Well, it's still Night 1 and Night 2, but yeah.
As Vindicator says, MFL's Models Fantasy League, I already have Kathy Ireland and Cindy Crawford on my team. You got to have some legends, you know?
Yeah, you got to build it up with the foundation like that.
You do. You definitely
Elle McPherson's on mine.
JVD says,
what is it?
We need Mick Foley as president, LOL. Sophie says, we're getting Brock versus Roman on Mania Sunday and Ronda versus Charlotte as the main event on Mania Saturday. So amazing.
And then I'll take Claudia Schiffer with my second pick for the Legends.
Ew, Raquel Welch.
Not bad. See, there's a good pick for you.
I'm going with that one.
I'm not sure she was a model, but...
Oh, fuck yeah, she was.
She was sexy as all hell.
Oh, yeah, she was. Anyways, Walter's like, Sam Roberts and Luke says, Vin, there is an LFL, the Lingerie Football League. And Robbie says, Ayla, thanks for the love. And Sophie says, I'm more of a French toast person than a pancake or waffle. Vindicator says, yes, the good old days. I miss that league. Luke may need to make up the petition and revive it. The Lingerie League is still on. Isn't that what that is?
I don't know if it's still on, but it's on my feed every once in a while. And I always just comment, nobody loses in this sport. Everybody wins.
Right. Yeah. So here's a trivia question. WWE, I already read that one. Sorry, my bad. Next one. Who defended the WCW Championship against Buff Bagwell on an episode of Raw? Buff Bagwell. JVD
who
says,
remembers
who the
Buff...
fuck is this weirdo? Walter's like, yes, got it. I don't know, JVD. Who are you talking about?
The announcer in the back that was filling in for...
People's like, JVD, you ever make Fruity Pebble waffles in a waffle iron? It slaps. Do you put the Fruity Pebbles in the waffle mix? Like the dough?
Yeah, that's how you would do it. That sounds good.
Huh. Minicator says, hard-hitting, scantily clad broads equally major ratings. Walter's like, good job, Vikings. Ajay Gurung is in the chat. Hey, Ajay. Says Nepal.
Thank you for hanging out with us.
Sweet. Are you from Nepal?
Oh, from Nepal.
I'm glad to see you in here.
That
Sorry
is
to
awesome.
Get to your chat until now. I've been trying to catch up.
That's cool. He's way up there.
Yes. Robbie says, what's this feud Natty is in? She's a bully, and Xylee
she's been beating up, what's her name? The Aaliyah. Week after week after week. Aaliyah beat her for the fastest time ever.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And then, anyways, Natalya hasn't forgotten it. She beats her up every week, and Xia Li has been coming down to save her. Now Xia Li, it looks like she has a match. I don't know against who, but it's probably Natalya because they have like 4 women on SmackDown.
Yes, exactly. Rob is like, that, and then Luke says not only does Talitha make being late cool, she also has legitimate reasons. It was like, adopt my children, please. JVD says, Pico, no, I haven't, but that sounds amazing. Vindicator says, Travis, your girl Xia Li is finally being used for more than 2 minutes. And Will Hunter is in chat. Hey, Will. Says Sam Roberts used to be very tight and trusted with backstage at WWE, was for a long time their go-to for press releases and rumors. You know, a complete shill. That sounds about right. Ajay Gurung is, I'm from Nepal, which is awesome.
That
and
is sick.
We're so happy to see you in here.
Thank you for hanging out with us.
Ayla's like, where did Matthew from Jersey go?
What time is it there? Like 8 in the morning?
Telling him he's from Jersey, he's not going to show up, Ayla. Jeez Louise. Walter's like, Xia Li, new wrestler. Vindicator says eventually everyone gets sick of catering. Matthew says the female Raiden. And Robbie says, Ayla, how much are you selling your kids for? When you're
like the old sign.
It's not selling.
How much you want? Well, for the boy, about $19.
It was like Encanto is actually cute. Watch it. So he says Tony Khan said the big announcement he has been hinting at will be revealed on Dynamite this Wednesday. Matthew says boo, and Pico says I guess I need to step up my Disney game, but I do enjoy.
Who's the guy in the middle?
F is for family.
Oh wait, never mind. I know who that is. I know who everybody.
Gulak.
Yeah, I thought it was somebody famous.
It's Mansoor, Drew
yeah.
Gulak, Aaliyah, and what's her face?
Yeah.
Tamina. Did I get that one right?
Was it Tamina?
I thought it was Tamina. Walter wants Xia for the win, and Sophie says Free Guy is on both Disney Plus and HBO Max. Robbie says Disney films are bad.
Ayla probably won't watch that.
Well, not selling them. Matthew's like, destroy her, Natty. Matthew's like, LMFAO, leave me alone. Luke says, I normally don't complain about entrances, but Xia Li needs to lose that lightning effect when she moves. It moves and looks stupid as hell.
Yes. Please get rid of the CGI entrance.
Yeah. Film says, hey, Ayla, I want to tell you something. I can't unblock you because I was watching the older live stream on how I blocked you, and I can't undo it. I'm very sorry. Please forgive me. Actually, you can, but okay.
You can. Matthew's you have to go through your stuff.
Robbie's like, LOL, Ayla, could you sell your kids? LOL. How could you sell your kids, right? Phil's like, any more women's matches coming up?
Right now,
we've got Phil. We've got
Xia
Li
in there with Natalya.
I'm hoping Xia Li wins because this is her first time actually having an
Xia Li
match.
looks really good in matches in AEW, and Natalya's going to make her look great.
You mean NXT?
Whatever.
Okay. Sophie says, me and my mom watched Encanto a few weeks ago. I could see it making money in theaters. Pico says, Vin, now that's a fantasy league. I can't.
Natalya!
Luke says, I'll take all the VS Angels on my team. Most of them have either played for the LFL or have done soccer or martial arts. Sophie's like, Sam Roberts is a nerd. And Jacob says, yeah, Al.
Oh, shit!
Xia Li versus Natalya.
She just smacked her right in the face.
Face smacking. Ayla's like, but you're the Guido to my jersey, Matthew. And Luke says, and with a model named Bahati, I win. Film's like, thanks, Jacob. And Sophie's like, the answer to that trivia was Booker T. You guys got it right. Congrats. JVD says, I can see Disney buying WWE within a few years.
What if they're going to buy AEW and that's what the big news is on Wednesday? It's going to be AEW going to Disney.
Tony Khan's like, I sold that. I'm done. Pico's like, gross buff was not the stuff indeed. Matthew says, la, hush woman.
Look at this.
Hush woman.
Xia Li getting ripped apart right now.
She's like, I'm strong. You can't take me apart. Kill her. Just kidding. Pico's like, that. And Sophie says, and that match with Buff Bagwell to ruin the chance of a full-on WCW reboot or rebirth.
What was the match again? What was the answer? Who was it?
It was Booker T.
Oh, that's what I figured. He was the only champion I can remember that actually was the WCW champion on WWE TV.
Matthew's like, crepes are better than pancakes. Yes, Matthew. I do like crepes. I do like the French version of pancakes better.
You love crepes. These colors don't run. Break it!
Walter says Bill Backwell is the Stuff NWO guy. And Ajay says Nepal. And Walter says Ayla cheated. And Ayla says France. Matthew says, is Logan Paul showing up tonight?
He could. We are going to have a Sami Zayn little session. At least we're supposed to.
Ayla's like, Walter, how? Film says, I love Natalya. And Sophie says the WWE might not have a chance to get the...
Wait, no,
Rock
Logan
for the
Paul
next
won't
year's-
show up on SmackDown. It makes no sense because that's with The Miz. I forgot
Yeah.
he's not doing the Sami Zayn stuff anymore.
No,
Never mind.
He's not. Sami
No.
Zayn stuff is that guy. Whatever his face is.
Yeah,
Yours, as well
John
as
Knoxville.
XFL. Yeah, that guy. Pico says...
Two and Xylee. Almost had to tell you.
Ooh. Walter's like, oh, oops, I meant the wrestler lady. Ayla's like, I was wondering how I cheated. It looks like Sophie just either join our conversation that everyone's having or stop filling chat. Film's like, let's go WWE SmackDown. And Pico says, I'll raise you a bologna sandwich and a bag of Takis for the kid. Jacobs, you're welcome, Al. And
Uh-oh.
like,
Sharpshooter.
Matthew from Jersey is like calling Ravi a rainbow. Ha ha. Low blow. Ravi's like, Natty, just put Lee and the sharpshooter in. Don't let go.
She almost did, but that's not happening.
No.
Xylee's going to end it right here. She said, come on. Oh! And that puts people out of business. We've seen it in NXT. She put somebody out. Boom!
Yes! Go
It was
Xylee!
Mercedes Martinez, wasn't it, that she put out
Yes.
with that kick?
Yeah. She broke her. And then she never came back. Sophie's like, I thought this was a free space to chat about anything you wanted. Yes. Matthew's like, Natty's
Zaya.
boobs look especially huge tonight.
She likes to, like, push them up and then, like, in a bra and then wear things that wrap around. So they're all framed in, too.
Ajay says, WWE SmackDown Live? Yes. JVD says, welp, it's back to Farmers Only for Me and maybe Christian Mingle.
Oh, that's a good one.
It was like, I don't care if Film unblocks me. He's annoying as fuck, so whatever. Walter's like, go, little Lee, get the win. She did. People is like, I'm sorry, I'm trying a different thing tonight, listening to the chat rather than reading it. I'm way behind in conversation.
What's the other one?
Yeah, that's
eHarmony.
because I can't get caught up.
eHarmony.com with the sex stuff.
I guess. Is that what it is?
What was the other one? Match.com. That Match was the big one, wasn't it?
Yes, both of those I think were big ones. So it was like, did you guys catch the Cody Rhodes tease on Raw this past Monday night from both Edge and The Miz?
Yes.
Ayla's like, oh my god, Farmers Only, I forgot. Walter's like, yes, got it. And Robbie's like, Ayla, keep the insults coming. LOL. Looks like Sophie it is, but you're just filling chat with stuff we've already gone over in your stuffing chat. Just relax and or enjoying what we were talking about. Ajay says, I'm a big fan of Roman. Awesome, man. A lot of people really like Roman.
The big dog.
Ayla's
Head of
like,
the table.
it's just a question, Robbie. And JVD's laughing. And Pico's like, JVD's, stop. Why don't you just look up mail order brides, fool?
Yeah.
You know, with Russia, kind of having a war right now.
They might be cheaper. They might have some discounts. I looked it up. It's about $15,000. But that's about what you're going to spend in marriage and
I mean, it's really
dating
not that
anyways.
much, right? Would you get a loan?
You go to your loan officer like,
So why do you need this personal loan? I'm
going to buy a wife.
going to buy a human.
It's legit. It looks legit. It's called...
And marry them, and then I'm going to make them do my housework. I'll pay her.
In love.
So it was like, maybe the big announcement will be AEW streaming service. And Philip says, hey, Jacob, what do you like to do on the weekends? And I was like, Ayla, was it a question? Walter's like, and Goldberg was a champion. And Matthew says, oh, there was this sergeant during basic, and this one day he's like, I don't know what the fuck you're doing jumping around here like a bunch of fucking fairies. All here had a high-pitched voice, too. He had a high-pitched voice, too. Bryce says, okay, D and Travis, I have to go. I'll see you later on Monday. Bye, guys. Bye, Bryce.
Bye, Bryce.
Have a great weekend, man. Thanks for hanging with us for a second. Up next is your Sami Zayn Intercontinental Championship celebration. That's coming up next, guys.
It is.
Looks as maybe Tony's big news will be him hiring Sophie to rumors, and our chat won't be so as cluttered. Just kidding. LOL. Rob is like, Lee with the big W, and Pico says, so you mean Logan Paul is back? Meh.
He is, yes.
Film says, I love the weekends. And Walter says, Lee won. Yes, good match. And Jacob says, I just like to sleep in and play video games. Rob is like, Lee with the Tekken finisher. Yes, and here is a trivia question real quick. Who celebrated his first pay-per-view win with a mouthful of worms. Alright, let me hurry up and try to get as caught up as I possibly can. So it says, before the Booker T versus Buff Bagwell match happened on that episode of Raw, the WWE was thinking of rebirthing WCW Nitro. It was like, okay, I'll stop. What are we stopping?
Just talking about wrestling news or something. I don't know. Keep going.
Ayla wasn't.
Oh, was it Ayla? I thought it was.
Ayla said, okay, I'll stop. I don't know what Ayla's stopping. Film site, P.S. Did Natalya show her beautiful armpits? No, she never wears short sleeves, my friend. Film's like, okay, cool, Jacob. And Vindicator's like, LOL. Luke and Robbie's like, Ayla, don't stop. Keep going, LOL. Oh, she's teasing Robbie about stuff. Film says, I love Natalya's armpits and her boobs.
Nothing wrong with boobs.
It's so creepy.
Boobs and armpits. They're part of the same region.
Yes, those boob and armpits. I was like, everyone stop talking so Miss D can catch up. Robbie says, Film, just watch SmackDown, man. JVD says, Farmers only got the real prize, winning piffs, though. Jacob's like, oh no, it's terrible, Sammy. And Sophie says, The Miz said dashing, and Edge said something related to Cody in his promo on Raw. And Matthew's like, don't tell me what to do. And Ayla told him to shut up, Matthew. But she really meant shut up, but it came out as shit up. Hilarious. Matthew's like, LOL, $15K to get married, $60K to get divorced. And Piccolo says there's supposedly one dating site on my Facebook wall, matching music tastes.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
So it's like, I feel bad for you. Korean Robbie says, Sammy, LOL. And Ayla says, Sophie, no more talk. No one wants to hear it. We come here to chill. Sophie's like, AJ Styles re-signed with the WWE. Yes, he did. And Luke says, Sophie, we already said no more politics talk. And then Robbie says, Ayla are trying to put your BSD Sophie in check. JVD says that. Ayla says, nope. And Jay says, so cute, sister.
That's you. You're cute.
What the
Well, that's what that means.
Thanks.
There you go. No, next.
Ray's like, Ayla seems like you were. Matthew says, I could never be a crane operator. Especially one of those on the skyscrapers. Could you crane from there a little first weed?
Right.
Yeah, you might have to be high to do that. Ayla's like, Robbie, we figured out yesterday why you don't have tall guy friends. Travis and Misty can explain. It was actually on Wednesday, and it was pretty funny. Travis was talking about Cat Williams and why he couldn't be friends.
Oh, God. With Shaq.
With Shaq.
Jesus.
But it was funny because...
Because the microphone.
Because he had a microphone out. And stuff happened. And
it got intimate.
It got real fast.
It got intimate.
Pickle's like, dang, thank goodness I never want to get married again. And Sophie's like, at least you have the weekend off since there is no wrestling on. And Matthew says, TGIF wrestling, Gab. And Film says, Robbie, I am. Ayla's like, not yesterday, Wednesday, my bad, you're fine. Robbie's like, Ayla, all my guy friends are taller than me, Ayla. But are they Shaquille O'Neal taller than you? And Ayla's like, oh, fairy. And Film's like, I'm watching SmackDown and the live stream at the exact same time.
All right. Justice. He's finally got it back.
The answer to the trivia question was the boogeyman. The guy has got the boogeyman.
Yeah, he's the only guy that ever ate worms that I'm aware of.
Here, you got it correct. You're amazing. Sophie says Monday is the final day of February. Robbie says, Ayla, all my mates are taller than me. And Piccolo says, oh, that conversation. Laughing. JBD is laughing. And Sophie says, with Cesaro gone, SmackDown lost another star.
That's true, and they don't have very many.
Vindicator's like, Travis, do you approve of them turning Sami Zayn into Seth Rollins? I don't. Are you talking about his outfits? Well, he had to celebrate somehow, right? It was like, he couldn't wear his Cuban attire. It was like, I see, Robbie, all that man meat smacking you in the face. Looks like Sophie just chills us. I wish I could send you alcohol or something so you chill. Pickle's like, is Cesaro a star? Let's be real, he's mid. And Matthew's like, ha ha ha, Luke. And Robbie's like, hello, Film, but you asked if Natty showed her armpits. If you were watching, you would have seen. Exactly, Robbie. she wasn't. And yeah. So it was like Sami Zayn looks like mini Seth Rogen.
Doesn't he? He looks just like Seth Rogen, but a redhead.
Piccolo says, almost caught up, Misty. I am. And JBD says, they weren't doing anything with Cesaro. Anyways, I'm glad he left. Robbie says, oh, that's funny, Ayla. And Matthew says, Seth Rogen sucks.
Not one of my favorites.
Yeah, Robbie, you might have to look up that comedy skit of Cat Williams about his Shaquille O'Neal skit.
Who's this?
Fucking hilarious, just so you know. He's gonna give him one. Phil's like, okay, wrestling gal, I gotta go. I'll see you guys later on Monday. Bye, Jacob. God bless America. God bless everyone. Zarpa, bye. Peace out. Bye, Phil. Have a good weekend. Take care of yourself.
Take care.
Robbie says, it's a good thing I can't take banter. Oh, I can take it. Yeah, banter. Matthew's like, later film. Jacob's like, CL. And Sophie says, there are rumors that AEW aren't interested in Cesaro, which I'm shocked by. Robbie's like, if that clip is not funny, I'm blaming you, D.
Oh, Cat Williams is always funny.
It's fucking hilarious.
What is that? Oh, it's Jackass theme.
It is. And everybody's excited about John
Knoxville going to WrestleMania. Tell us, Sophie. Tell us before it's official.
Travis, what pill did you just take? He didn't take any pills.
I don't take pills.
He was just drinking some water.
I just drank water.
Matthew's like, Johnny Knoxville, and Luke's like, OMG, are they about to put Knoxville in a title match?
Yes, he is. He's going to be going against Sami Zayn at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental title. It's like David Arquette shit.
Yeah. Pico's like, Seth Rogen should voice my life story. He always has like a frog in his throat. And he laughs for no reason. It's kind of creepy. Jacob says, did they sign Knoxville? No, they don't have to sign anybody.
He's on there. It's a joint thing, I'm sure.
Robbie's like, nah, AEW are interested in you, Sophie. It looks like Sophie, stop with the rumors, please. Oh, no. No, it's fine. Let said people talk. Sophie says, remember this Johnny Knoxville thing was only going to be for the Rumble. Well, maybe they were bored. And he wanted to do more stuff. Maybe he's a big wrestling fan all of a sudden. Matthew's like, I think Knoxville will introduce Cody. JVD says Johnny Knoxville has a match before Sasha Banks at Mania. Wow. I don't know what she's even doing.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, she's got to make a big comeback because that's her thing.
That is her thing now. All of a sudden it's
But who do they have for her to wrestle?
I don't know.
Is she going to come back and wrestle Natalya at WrestleMania? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no name for her to wrestle.
That's kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know what she's going to do.
If anything, I hope she goes to NXT and fights one of the top girls there, but at WrestleMania. Or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Charlotte did it with Rhea, so it can be done.
Right. Sophie says Johnny Knoxville versus Sami Zayn for the IC title. Mr. Perfect must be rolling in the grave for that. Vinegar says, so Knoxville will get a WrestleMania moment that he never really earned, but Good Rabbit at least put up a better than expected fight with MJF Jr. Knoxville will just embarrass himself as usual.
Yeah, Sammy's pretty good, though. He could carry that match.
So it's like Sasha Banks doesn't even have a match for Mania yet.
If at all.
Right?
Like I said, who's she going to wrestle? Maybe like one of the girls comes back? Lacey Evans or Asuka?
Maybe. I mean, right? Like, maybe they're waiting? I don't know. Who is she supposedly helping out or being with? A Shotzi thing, maybe?
Yeah, she fought Shotzi, but that didn't last long.
No.
And it was one-sided. It was dumb.
Yeah.
Maybe, he questioned his balls. Fidel's pissed.
Ooh, he looks embarrassed by it.
He had a kid, Trudeau.
He's like, what do you mean, balls? I have balls. Pickle's like, Knoxville versus Boogs would be sweet, as long as he doesn't have nerve damage.
Yeah, he hurt his hand pretty bad, so.
JVD says we should get Sasha and Bailey versus Trish and Lita. Jacob says Cody and Knoxville teaming up against Sammy. And Vindicator says Billy is just trying to revive a faded career, and they're paying Sammy Rollins to be his guinea pig.
I guess.
Robbie says, if you just don't know when to stop. And Jacob's like, hey, Vin. Sophie's like, I wonder how all former Intercontinental champions feel about Johnny Knoxville getting a shot at the title they made famous from
Oh, shit.
Nothing.
Sammy just attacked John Knoxville.
Oh, my gosh. How dare he?
John Knoxville is
Knoxville.
down. He could be bloodied.
He didn't even do
His wallet is just hanging on by a chain.
At least he still has his wallet because it's on a chain, right?
Uh-oh, Halula kick. From Fidel Castro.
Oh, man.
He did it. Nailed him. Took half of his face off. You guys, this is a sad day. John Knoxville is down. He's hurt.
I didn't see that. I'm pretty sure his foot completely missed his face. Oh.
Kayfabe. It's called kayfabe.
Vinegar says Steve-O would make.
He's gonna do it again. Two of them.
Billy Boy.
Two of them.
Ugh, how terrible.
John Knoxville is done.
People are upset. People are not happy.
The crowd is booing.
Sammy.
There's a multitude of boos.
He's ready to go away with his balloons.
What happened if you let go of those? Would they just be stuck up there forever?
The balloons?
Yeah.
Well, they slowly lose helium and come down.
What if there was other sporting events?
It's fine. If they...
Somebody could shoot them, I guess. Where are they at?
Hershey,
in Texas?
Pennsylvania.
Oh, Pennsylvania, huh?
That's what Matthew said earlier. He was talking about it because, or him or Pico. Somebody was talking about it and then wanted chocolate because of it. Matthew says, Bam Margera save Johnny. I don't know who that is. Vindicator says, hey, Jacob and Matthew is like indeed Vin. And Ajay says, Jim's Places. Picola says, I bet the E will try to hire Sonic or Tails for SummerSlam just to get into that sweet sequel.
Oh, boy.
Robbie says, that jacket Sammy has on, LOL, he should be hosting the lotto numbers. Commander Martha's like, get him out of here. And somebody's like, I give credit to the WWE. They started this Knoxville and Sammy feud before the Rumble. Yes. Ajay says, Jim's Place. Get some place. Jacob says Travis, they are wrestling at Hershey, Pennsylvania. See?
Good place.
And Sophie says, too bad Cesaro never won the big one when he was with the company for 10 years.
I know, right?
Pico says nobody goes to Hershey, PA for activities. Don't they go there to eat chocolate, though? I mean, isn't
well,
that
they're
what
in
they
a
do
stadium.
In Hershey, Pennsylvania? Well, don't they just have chocolate eating activities there in their stadiums?
Joey Chestnut, world champion. Kobayashi's done. He's washed up.
Here's a trivia question for you. Who returned to the WWE in 1989 as the Widowmaker? You guys might know his son. Sophie says, I could see them hire Chris Pratt to make an appearance to promote Survivor Series.
Old Chris Pratt, huh?
Why would they hire Chris Pratt for Survivor Series promoing? It's weird. The Indicator says, delete that. Have you ever played scratch-off lotto cards? Yes. What about Travis?
Oh, what about it?
Have you ever played scratch-off lotto cards?
Yeah. I will say yes. Not a lot, though.
I've never been a lot of stuff. I mean, I buy them every once in a blue moon. Like, I'm like, I should buy a scratch-off. And usually it's always the crossword one.
Right. So I worked at a gas station. And so I would just rip them off and scan them until I won enough to pay for the ones that I had already ripped off. Right. That's how I played it. And so I've never bought them for myself. Well, and no, I've never scratched them either. So I just scan them because I had the scanner.
Yeah, Vindicator says I haven't played in 5 years, but most I ever won was $300. Nice. Sophie says, we never got Cesaro versus Brock. Nope. Matthew says, Victoria. Pico's like, dang, Barry Windham, that's old school. David says, I was born in 89, I have no clue. Matthew says, I love me some Victoria. Jacob, speaking of Joey Chestnut, my friend has his autograph. That's cool.
That's pretty cool. I feel like Kobayashi was the bigger rock star than Chestnut. Like, Chestnut is like, eh. You know what I mean? Like, people are, like, you know who he is. We're obviously talking about him, but not everybody in here is going to know who he is. Right. But Kobayashi, everybody knew who that little Asian guy was. The 80.
Even I knew, and I didn't even watch it.
Like, so I feel like he should still be the champion of the world. He just made a better name for the sport. Right. Chestnut's just a dude. It's like,
Sophie says, I play scratch off sometimes. And Robbie's like, D, have you got any of that meatloaf you cooked the other day? Kate, wasn't it meatloaf? It was supposed to be bread. And
it failed.
No,
I threw it away.
It was thrown away because it was weird. Sophie says, I was born 85, so I wouldn't know the answer. And Vindicator says, do those scratch-offs ever reveal new wrestling rumors, Sophie? Robbie's like, Sophie, you must be 36 then. And Jacob says, Kobayashi is a world-famous hot dog eater.
Right.
He sure is.
Awesome. Joey Chestnut? He's like the Titus O'Neil of wrestling. Of competitive eating.
He's just me. Like nobody really cares.
Like nobody knows who he is. You can ask people that are 30 plus years old. They'll have no idea who Titus O'Neil is.
Like who? Megatoad is a YouTube competitive eater. Excuse me, dude is a beast.
The heel of his boot just took half of his face clean off. Look at all the money in his wallet.
He's got money in his wallet. Sammy should have stolen it. Just kidding. Jacob says, I was born in 96, so I wouldn't know. So if it's like, there are more crossover between NXT and Raw since they are on the same network. Ooh, stuff. Fighting. You might be onto something.
Would they put it on him so they don't have a title on the line at WrestleMania?
Maybe.
Ricochet, champion. See you, no balls. It's boss time!
Yes, a Vindicator said that way before it even happened on our TV. Boss time, Travis, and Robbie's like, boss time, fuck's sake, about time someone worth watching. And Jacob's like, Travis, who's Titus O'Neil? Just kidding, I barked with him. And Matthew says, woo, Sasha Banks. That's Miss Sasha. The answer to that trivia question was Barry Windham. And
Did you say you know his son? What'd you say when you read it? You said you'll know his,
I said you might know his son, but maybe it was his grandson?
Neither. It's his nephew.
Oh, sorry, his nephew.
It's his sister's kid.
Oh, you might know his family member?
Yes.
Sorry, my bad. I give up on giving clues. JVD says this whole make his official stuff is cringe.
Wyndham Rotunda is his nephew.
Piccolo says, I hate to see Ricochet actually be relevant on TV. Just playing. And Sophie says, wow, here comes one of the women that isn't scheduled for Mania yet. I could see her be part of that women's battle royale at Mania. I just like saying royale because it's a royale with... Oh, look, it's Shotzi! Fuck yeah! I guessed it! I'm so good. Jacob says Shotzi is a pretty girl.
Isn't she?
She's a pretty girl. Sasha is a... Oh, who's coming out
Naomi.
to help them? I guess Naomi wanted to be relevant in this too. They're like, oh, we can't be out here alone. Well, I was like, I see a video of Shotzi getting her back and neck cracked. Although I don't know why YouTube recommended me that. JVD says, let's go, Sasha. Let's go. It looks like a little...
Oh, she's just going to sit out there.
Look at him. Just having a good time. Dancing away. He feels the glow. He feels it deep down in his soul. Vindicator says, Travis, who is more flashier dresser, Sasha or Naomi?
Sasha looks better in her clothes.
Matthew says,
because they're always so bright.
Yeah.
And vibrant.
Matthew says, Banks is so good. Pico says, fun fact, Barry Windham used the claw as a finisher, and Shawn Spears tried that gimmick for a brief period.
When did Barry Windham use the claw as a finisher? I don't remember that.
And Jacob says, wasn't
Did he?
I don't know.
I'm trying to remember that. I mean, obviously he used the lariat. Was it earlier in his career? I just can't remember him using the claw. The claw is the funniest move of all time. It really is.
Let's see.
It's even on Liar Liar with the kid. The claw.
The claw.
And the one guy's like, he's trying to be cool with the kid, and he's like, the claw. It's like, that's not the claw. The claw's this. So Sasha or Shotzi has to win this match in order for it to even be important. She keeps losing to Sasha all the time.
Right? They're like, we're going to ask you a question, and you're going to be, tongue-tied for it.
Just try to answer it the best you can,
Jacob's
sweetie.
like, wasn't McAfee an NFL kicker? And Luke said, yes, Jacob. And we're saying yes also. So he says, did they drop the Sonya versus Naomi feud after spending time and months on it?
I think so.
Possibly. Sonya's kind of mad at Ronda for twisting her arm, so there you go.
Oh, shit!
Like, Sasha dresses like a wrestler.
Meteora.
And Robbie says, Pico with better info than Sophie. Vindicator says, I'm Team Blue tonight, Team Green every other night.
Oh, shit. Never seen that one before. It's my time, she says. Backstabber.
Ooh.
It's over. She's going to tap instantly. Ah! Shotzi taps out. Sasha Banks wins it.
Yep.
Naomi, get in there and turn heel. Not kidding.
Happily.
Attack her from behind. That was the quickest conversation ever. This is tough. Watch this.
Whee! Oh.
Boom. Those are shoulders. But whatever. This is a new move. Oh, it's like a front backstabber right on the boobies.
Interesting.
A front stabber.
Right. Pickle's like Great American Bash in 88-89. Jacob's like, thanks, Luke. And Matthew's like, damn. So it was like Ronda versus Sonya. I could see that be a potential feud for after Mania.
Look at this, guys.
Said Sophie, for someone who has a ton of news, you have to include Sonya attacked Ronda tonight. And Matthew says squash.
Sasha, they have no use for her or something.
Wow. And here's like, I hope Sasha and Nikita Lyons become a tag team and have a dance-off someday. Nikita and her bubble butt that goes on for days. No, it's Naomi instead. Robbie's like, a Banks mate never broke a sweat blood. Robbie's like, Sophie, just stop, please. The Pico is like, oh, my girl Shotzi just got messed up by the boss.
Right.
So it looks like they are setting up a Naomi-Sonya feud. I'm in a Naomi-Sasha feud.
Yeah, for down the road, though.
Yeah, that's
SummerSlam.
not happening right this time. As Matthew says, tag team champions, woo! It looks like, oh, women tag champs. I'm actually happy with that. Sure. Vindicator's like, Naomi versus Sasha would be an interesting Mania match, but never happening. And Matthew says WWE is doing something good.
Yeah, that was a tough move there. Mm-hmm. Did you see Corbin? He turned his head around and went like into a prey when he saw his head hit like that. Yeah. We all thought he was done.
I don't know if maybe that's what. So the last minute change did happen, guys. So Drew was supposed to go up against Madcap tonight, but instead he's going up against Corbin. So hopefully he's kind of not hurt. He looks like he's okay, I guess, but
yeah, it's hard to say what he is.
Yeah, that was pretty scary.
Yeah, it could have killed him.
Yeah,
literally.
It could have. As WWE is doing something good. Arrives like, Sophie, please stop. Sophie, wrong again. Luke says, and Sophie says, oh, that what they are going to do with both Sasha and Naomi, put them in a tag team. Yeah, that's what's happening. Pico says Sasha already been there, done that. And Robbie's like, so stating obvious. Sophie's like, at least we aren't going to see Drew versus Corbin at Mania. I wonder who Drew will face at Mania then. Corbin.
I think there's some shenanigans are going to happen tonight.
JVD's like, Madcap is lucky to be alive, right? Fuck. Right? Now that is an obvious statement that I can totally be like, right? Vindicator's like, it's only obvious when Captain Obvious says that it's obvious. It's obvious, Vindicator. Obvious.
Drew Mac!
So the question of it is are they going to make it Drew McIntyre win or Happy Corbin win? Because,
Yeah, I don't think you have a winner here. If you do it right.
As Robbie says, LOL, the fake Scotsman. Yes, the fake Scotsman out there.
Drew McIntyre is what champions are supposed to look like.
with swords?
No, get rid of
the
swords. The swords absolutely played out. It needs to go away. But the rest of it, that's what they look like.
So his sword that he carries around is named after his late mother. That's kind of gross, dude.
Oh, his mom died? That sucks.
Well, I know that part sucks, but it's just kind of weird that he named his sword after her. Like, I don't think that the sword he's talking about is the one he carries around in his hand. So it was like maybe they do a tag match, Drew and a partner versus Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss at Mania. Yeah.
They could, if they want to add some more talent. They're already going to be struggling to find 36 guys, 36 wrestlers, guys and girls to be on there, let alone, 40-something?
Something like that.
Holy shit.
He calls like Angelo the sword, and Matthew says that Claymore sword looks small in Drew's hand. I mean, it's a two-handed sword, and he can wield it with one.
Right.
It's probably because it's not heavy. All right, here's a trivia question for you.
Not to mention he's 6'8" and 300 pounds almost.
Right. Which two former horsemen were known in WWE as the Brain Busters? There you go. Rob's like, you're more Scottish than Drew, and you're not Scottish. How do you know?
She has some of it in her.
I actually have done my DNA testing, and I do have it in my ancestral background. Matthew says, LOL, Jamaican Kofi. Robbie says, I can see D with a Becky t-shirt on. I actually do have a Becky t-shirt.
One too.
Travis has the man t-shirt, but I have the other Becky t-shirt. Which one was that one? It was pretty funny. It was a pretty funny saying, actually. I'll have to find it. Sophie says, with Lashley out for 4 months, whatever they had planned for him for Mania will probably be saved for the summer months.
Yeah. Hopefully he gets a title shot and gets that title back. At least one of them.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're going to split that up. Maybe Money in the Bank.
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it would be any different, right? I mean, maybe. Why is the bottom bun so much bigger? It's kind of creepy.
It's a muffin.
It's a muffin. Because, like, let's see which obscure celebrity can tag. How about the Machine Burt Kreischer?
Krushner, whatever. He's the funny one. The Russian guy.
Oh, that guy.
That's always never has a shirt on.
He always takes his shirt off, that's right. Bitter Care says, swords and CGI will always be around in McBossman Kitty catering PG era. Remember, he thought a big bone man named Bray Wyatt talking to garage sale puppets was a brilliant idea. I'm pretty sure that was a Bray Wyatt idea.
Yeah, I think that was.
McBossman
I
idea.
do think that had a lot to do with Bray.
Jacob says, Travis, we are going to get the Mysterio shirt. Yeah?
Oh,
you
yeah.
and Jacob are going to get the Mysterio shirt? Because which one are you going to be Ray's son?
Oh, God.
You going to get his shirt?
Fuck.
Travis is like, and here I go outside and hang myself from the nearest tree.
I've got the perfect one out there.
I know. Robbie says, oh, you should get an Esta t-shirt. Yeah, no thanks. I do not get t-shirts from WWE for very many wrestlers unless I think that the sayings on them are funny or cool. Like, I have a couple Miz t-shirts just because it says I'm awesome, because I'm fucking awesome.
There's Body by Steak.
That is the one I got for myself, yes.
Right.
And then I got you a TikTok one.
This is TikTok from Karrion Kross. It doesn't even exist anymore. Never even been opened.
Yeah, it's like...
Never broke the seal.
Whatchamacallit.
It's a collector's item now. Because he isn't even Karrion Kross anymore now. He's Killer Kross again.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Matthew says, what pay-per-view is after Mania? Isn't it TLC?
No, it's they're Backlash. WrestleMania Backlash is what they're calling it. Just like last time, remember when they called it WrestleMania Backlash? People were like, why would they call it that? They're doing that again.
Yeah. Sophie says, unification match. I wonder how that affects Money in the Bank.
It'll be Monday the 8th.
It's not really a unification match, Sophie. They're not unifying the titles. Just because one person might have the titles doesn't mean that they're taking the title and making it one title and one title only.
They're going to be a dual champion.
Jacob says Burt is actually a host for Go Big Show. Yes, he is. I've seen him on there. on the preview parts of it. I never watched that show.
I kind of want to watch it.
Says, it just dawned on me. Sophie is like a celebrity star consultant. Although she just makes a ton of statements till she finally gets one right, and then she uses that one right guest to act like she's the best and smartest out there. Figured it out really far.
It's like CNN.
It totally.
Just kidding, Sophie.
I get to.
You're more accurate than CNN.
And I get to read them all. I'm so ecstatic. All right, the answer to that trivia question was Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard.
Yes, it was. I knew that one.
There you go. So if it says the WWE Mania plans are fluid and they are in a holding period to see where everybody goes on the Mania card.
They all get participation trophies. Everybody's going to be on Mania. Yep. It's kind of dumb. They need to go back to one day and just do their top
it to
guys.
5 hours and be done.
Just have it their top people.
Yep. Robbie says, LOD, that's ironic for you with an awesome t-shirt. Is it really ironic? Because I'm awesome? I know I'm fucking awesome. Just because you're fucking jealous of how awesome I am? I don't know what to tell you, man. Maybe you should work on yourself more.
Everybody's awesome.
Vindicator says, Travis, if Bray Wyatt joins AEW minus the puppets, that would put them ahead of WWE in relevance and popularity, right?
I doubt they would win in all categories, but they get my vote, I think.
Right.
They are missing a big guy, and they got
a relevant.
And they got Keith Lee now, maybe Karrion Kross, and then bring in Bray. Now it changes things.
Yeah. Matthew says, "Happy Corbin, happy." Pico says, "Yep, I agree. WrestleMania is full of piss." Oh, that's not what you meant. Sophie says, "Why call it WrestleMania Backlash?" That's what they called it.
They did it last year.
Figured it was the same thing.
They're going to just ride off the coattails of WrestleMania. It's going to be a very popular show. People are going to have watched it, and they're just going to keep it going.
It's like, Sophie, stop smiling WWE for me. And Matthew's like, LOL, I enjoy Corbin. Jacob's like, today is old man Ric Flair birthday. Yeah. His balls got a little more wrinkly. Vindicator's like, bad WrestleMania decision generates significant backlash. Sophie looks like, see, Sophie, your rumors and stuff spoil it for others. Vindicator says, like when Brock ended the Undertaker winning streak, or Brick, whichever way you want to call him. Piccolo says, I heard Space Mountain is open for business again. Flair separated from his current wife.
Oh, Jesus. That dude's going to be dead in the next 3 years anyways.
I'm sure he'll find another one before he dies.
Woo!
So he says they need to fill out 2 nights. So what they need 9 or 10 matches for 2 nights?
9 matches per night.
Yeah, at least. Robbie says, G, LOL, haha, you awesome. Okay, LOL. Oh, I'm sorry. I am awesome, or else you wouldn't be here. So that's just how it is. Walter is leaving us, though. Walter says, okay, bye. I'll see you Monday for Raw. Thanks for being with us, Walter. Have a great weekend. Matthew says, later, Walter. Because like, take care, Walter. And he's like,
oh, shit.
It's a ring, then you can find out. Oh! They're both
looks like a double team on Mac.
Oh, poor Drew McIntyre. He's just getting the big old.
They let him up, so this match can still happen. Wait, Madcap's going to wrestle him.
He's going to wrestle
Corbin left.
What? He's going to let him wrestle?
Oh, big spear. He's hurt,
shit.
though. Why are they... Oh, I have to change my whole thing.
Oh, my God. You have to write words. It's so bad. So it's like WrestleMania Backlash is the first Sunday pay-per-view out of the 3 or 4 that we are getting this year.
Yeah. And then we'll have one in May and June.
That's amazing.
It looks like April they put the Money in the Bank tickets on sale, and it looks like it's going to stay on the 2nd
of July.
So that's the same night as UFC 275.
Sorry. Here's
Sophie, that's the news I need.
What was that?
Important stuff. UFC 275 and Money in the Bank are on the same night now. And it's official because they put their tickets on sale tonight. $3,800. There's some for $7,000. They have tickets for $7,000.
Must be in the very front.
Yeah, it's in that little box right next to the ring.
All right, here's the trivia question. Mr. Perfect replaced which WWE Hall of Famer and tagged with Randy Savage at Survivor Series 1992? Luke gave us the ... and Rob is like, D, I'm here for Travis. If you were here for Travis, then why am I reading your chats? I mean, He doesn't need to know anything you say. You're not awesome.
Kendo stick.
Sophie says,
Sword fight.
Great, we were getting Happy Corbin versus Drew at Mania. Probably. Chris is in the chat. Hey, Chris! Hey, Chris!
Hey, look, it's Main Bias.
No Shotzi again? You missed out, buddy. She was out there. She may have only been out there for a few seconds, but she was there and had a match with Sasha Banks. You missed all of it, Chris. All of it.
Yeah, she was there.
Anyways, again, because she's doing a celebration of her father's life on Sunday in Cali, where she's from, which is fine, but she was actually in a match tonight. Vindicator says, Sophie, have you applied to join WWE Creative Team yet? Get in there and shake things. Keep mentioning Tony Khan. I was like, Sophie, you keep splitting WWE for me to ruin WrestleMania for me. And Sophie's like, besides the 2 main title matches to close out both nights of Mania, they have to find what matches to go on both nights. Yes, they do.
There's a lot going to be going on. And that means Becky and Esther aren't going to main event.
Right.
One of the 2 nights.
Yep. Luke says, Chris, you missed Shotzi, LOL. And Jacob says, Vindicator, I could see you going to AEW and telling Khan that he needs to call Vince. Robbie's like, Chris, Shotzi just lost to the boss. And Piccolo says, you said SummerSlam, right?
No. Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank.
SummerSlam's later that month. It's like on the 30th or something.
Sophie says, WrestleMania Backlash falls on Mother's Day.
Yep.
Ayla says, I'm here for you, Dalitha. I can't stand Travis. I keep the right side of my screen covered so I don't have to look at it.
Just a piece of tape.
just permanent coverage.
Open another app and just slide it over.
Robbie's like, oh, Ayla, what the hell? Disrespect. I don't really find that disrespectful. If I could wipe him out, I would too. Like, you know, doesn't have to look at him. Just go just...
No.
Sophie's like, it'll be interesting on Money in the Bank pay-per-view and UFC pay-per-view that they are going to fall on the same night. That must stink for you two.
Yeah, it does. We're going to have to figure something out, so. Yeah. But we will. Everything's always liquid.
Yeah, we'll figure it out all right. Vindicator says Khan doesn't need anything from the boss man, Jacob. Khan wants to elevate his popularity, not diminish it. Matthew says, celebrate dream match Johnny Carson versus Regis Philbin in a cage with Sally Jesse Raphael as a special guest referee. Jesus, Chris was like, Undertaker should get inducted, but Night of Hell, he'll announce his last match will be at Mania, and his opponent will be Stone Cold. All right, the answer to the trivia question was the Ultimate Warrior. If you guessed the Ultimate Warrior, you got it right. Congratulations.
Also a dead guy. Lots of dead people in this chat tonight.
And the
Johnny
trivia
Carson, Regis Philbin. I don't know if Sally Jesse's still alive, but
I'm pretty sure that Regis Philbin. Is he dead?
I don't know.
I don't know if he's dead. Maybe yeah.
He's dead to me.
He's dead to me. JVD's laughing. Ayla is like, Travis, scoot over a little to his left, because if he scoots to his right, he's more in the picture.
Keep peeking around the tape.
Chris says,
what's going on?
Why don't you like me?
What are you guys talking about?
We are back with Madcap finally back in the match here with Drew.
Yeah, going clobber.
Robbie says, if I was Travis, I would have left the stream with what D just said.
Hella disrespect.
Well, Robbie, it's because you're a very sensitive little boy, hence the fairy and rainbowishness. Vindicator's like, for the record, only reason I ever come here is to hear Naxos give his 2 cents on life.
All right. He was already in the kitchen eating off of pans.
You might have missed that one. He got yelled at.
Neckbreaker.
That might be question about UFC. How many months do the fighters need to train ahead for future bouts?
Well, they usually do a camp for 8 weeks, if that helps.
Says, sounds like celebrity death match. Matthew says, who will introduce Taker to the Hall of Fame?
Vince McMahon.
A lot of people want to know that question. Oh,
Vince McMahon cries when he loses, and they're pretty tight. And he was very loyal to Vince. So loyal that Vince might not do it because he could let somebody else do it. But
so it says July 29th is SummerSlam and August doesn't have a pay-per-view scheduled. September is the rumored United Kingdom pay-per-view.
That would be cool if it is in the middle of the day again.
If they continue that. Jacobs and Travis, is there any good UFC fights?
Yeah, there's a lot of it. You mean like today?
Or you're talking about
or you just in general. Their pay-per-views. I don't like the one coming up. I'm not a fan of either of the guys, the Masvidal and Covington or whatever. But, oh shit, Claymore, it's over.
Poor Madcap.
There's no title.
Like a Corbin. There's
no title on the line this coming up week on the 5th.
That's funny.
But eventually we're going to see Amanda Nunes again. She lost her title in her last fight against Pena, and I think that match is going to be happening again towards the end of this year. That'll be a good one.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen now with the 125 champion. What's her name? The redhead that's the champion. Since she's from that area.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, whatever. Yeah. Venezuela, whatever.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, Sophie's like, question, how often does the UFC hold pay-per-views? Once a month.
Usually one a month. Last March, they had 2.
Yeah.
So, but it's usually once a month.
People are laughing. Somebody was trolling on Reddit. It says Fred Durst should induct Taker.
Because he's rolling.
Matthew says, Ayla, what are you better at, cooking meals or baking? That layered cake thing looked so good. Ravi says, D, LOL, haha, how are you going to say that to me? Easy. Ayla made me do it. This is all her fault. JVD is like, Pequel, laughing, and Ayla's like, Ravi, stop being a baby, just grow up. Wait, you're a fully grown man. Sorry. Sophie says, Austin or Mick Foley or Kane could induct Taker.
Ronda Rousey in the back.
Ayla's like, baking, I kind of just wing cooking. Matthew says, I could see Mick Foley inducting Taker or Glenn Jacobs. And Robbie says,
so many.
Ayla, I know, I look young. Matthew's like, word. And Jacob's like, does Holly Holm still fight?
She does. She's a little older. I think she's 39 now or something. She's getting a little bit up there, so. But yes, she still does fight.
Ayla's like, it's because you're as tall as a 12-year-old. That'd make anyone look young. And People's like, definitely could be Austin since they fought in WCW days. And Sophie says, with Tom Brady retiring, do you see the Gronk come back to sign with the WWE?
Possibly. His buddy Mojo's not around anymore, so it's one of those things.
People are very excited to be on camera so close.
But yeah, I mean, definitely. That might be a drone. That seemed really close. Mm-hmm. It is time for your tribal chief.
That person wants Cesaro. I don't think it's going to happen.
I wonder if Roman, like what Roman's like in the back with this, because, hey, Roman, you're going out first, buddy.
If he's like a douche, or if he's like,
well, I don't have a choice. Brock's going out last, but I wonder if he's like bitter about it. He's still gonna get his pop. He's still gonna talk as long as he wants.
Right. People's like that. Looks like Sophie, you're forgetting Vince, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, countless others. Shawn Michaels and Michaels. I don't know if they're two separate people.
No, it's one person.
Matthew is like, oh my fucking god, get rid of Rousey. And yum, Sonya next Friday. And Robbie's like, oh yeah, Ayla, spot on with the observation. It was like the layer cake is a Russian honey cake. It's so good. But here's like, delete that or Naxos or Megara picky eaters. Like, do they prefer commercialized gourmet made treats?
No, there's no they don't do that. They're all pretty good with stuff. They'll eat pretty much anything. Plus I got them all on diets, so they'll literally just eat anything. But right now we got Roman Reigns out there with his council, the Usos and Paul Heyman, Twinkie Tits.
As Matthew says, boring Reigns. And Sophie says, doesn't the person who gets inducted into the Hall of Fame decide who they want to induct them?
I would assume so, yes.
Wonder if they're dead, Sophie. If they're dead people being inducted, do they come back from the dead in a seance and tell the Ouija board who they want to have them inducted by?
So if you guys didn't know this, Randy Poffo did not want to go in the WWE Hall of Fame without his family. But Vince didn't like his family because his family ran a wrestling organization. And so he kept saying, no, not unless you do my whole family all at once. So that'd be like Lenny Poffo and then whatever his dad, what was his dad's name? Like Angelo Poffo, I think was his dad. And so Vince said no. And then when Randy died, he just elected him into the Hall of Fame. So he had no choice.
Right? That's funny.
Or it would have been all the Poffos. But now you're not going to see Leaping Lenny. Or what was he called? Well, he's Leaping Lenny, but he was also the Genius, if you guys watched wrestling in the 90s.
Right.
That's Randy Macho Man Savage's brother there. That's Lenny Poffo, and then he was Randy Poffo.
That's
and then
funny.
Angelo Poffo was their father.
Comment. She was telling Matthew about that one layered cake that she made that was really good, and she got a Russian honey cake, and Matthew's like, Ayla, no politics.
That's what I was going to say. When you read it, I was about to say it, but I was like,
Ayla's like, it's a cake.
That's funny shit.
So he's like,
that's banned.
That's banned. You can't talk about Russian honey cake.
It's called Freedom Cake now. So we just call it Freedom Cake. Remember the French fry thing with France? Freedom fries.
Well, Sophie's like, this show flew by fast. And Robbie says, Sophie, they should choose you to induct them. Sophie says, imagine when Roman turns back babyface one day. He'll probably be hated. It was like probably not an appropriate cake for the current events. Matthew's like, LOL, I know it's a cake. And Robbie's like, haha, ALL, props not. And it's like, oh, sis, I love you. Yeah, love you too, hon. Matthew says, oh, you were a witch. You baked in order to tell me the future. The crystal ball is the oven window. Robbie's like, Sophie with some dumb questions. And Ayla's like, I made that cake 2 years ago. Biggle's like, no, Sophie had a valid question.
What was her question?
Doesn't the person who gets inducted into the Hall of Fame decide who they want to induct them?
I would assume so, because they've had people up there that Vince wouldn't have in his company. Like Jim Cornette put somebody in a few years ago. Oh, it was a Rock and Roll Express.
Right.
Jim Cornette did that.
So I'm pretty sure most of the time, Sophie, they probably get that choice if they're alive, right? So they get that choice. Otherwise, it's probably their family probably gets that choice.
Right.
Unless, something maybe happened and then somebody else takes it upon themselves to say, no, I'm totally inducting them and this is me, I'm doing it. So, I mean, there's always that possibility of, just like Travis gave the example of Vince just doing it, whether or not they wanted it or not, it was happening. So, Matthew says, oh, that, and Ayla's like, I made that cake 2 years ago because that, and Matthew says, exactly, you knew what would happen years ago, and Ayla's like, I just call it layers of honey and cake.
Yummy.
Nicola says, when Mock was wrestling for his dad, he was pretty skinny, but he really got jacked before joining the F.
Yes.
Mac, maybe? M-A-C-H? Mock, Mac? I don't know who he's talking about.
Maybe Macho Man. Mach? Is it Mach?
It's M-A-C-H, so it
yeah,
could be.
it's probably Mach. Mach.
Sophie says, there has been many people blackballed from the WWE over the years for whatever reason. They will never go into the WWE Hall of Fame until Vince dies or not in power anymore. Piccolo says, Lawler and Savage had some iconic bouts. And Sophie says, I wonder how they decide who they want to induct in the Hall of Fame every year or every couple of years.
I'm sure they just go by a list. They probably have a veterans list.
And they might do some voting and stuff like that. Or, I mean, for
and
all,
then popularity.
For real that Vince has the final say. So no matter what, he has the final say of who's going to go in. And then they take it to that person and ask them, hey, are you okay to go into the Hall of Fame this next year? And then they can say yes or no, because Batista was supposed to be inducted during the pandemic stuff, and he said no.
Yeah, he took his name back out.
So, that could, who knows when he might, just because of whatever. So, who knows when that'll happen? This year, next year, whatever. And I wouldn't want to do it this year because Undertaker is going in, so you'd be kind of like under that person. Or maybe you're like, oh, I want to be inducted at the same time the Undertaker is. So who knows? As Piccolo says, Macho Man. Oh, okay. And Luke says, Mach equals Macho, apparently.
Right.
There you go. Robbie says, Ayla, what's your fave dinner to make? And Matthew says, Jerry the King was huge in his day, especially with Andy Kaufman.
Oh, I remember. Well, I don't remember that, but I remember seeing those skits when I was growing up.
Right?
But I wasn't alive when that shit was happening.
Piccolo says, also, he's my favorite besides Sting. I love doing an impersonation of Mach. Or Mach.
Macho.
I wouldn't...
Best elbow drop in the history of the sport.
Oh. I wouldn't know. Is he the one that grunts and weird and...
Snap into it. Snap into it, Slim Jim. Acknowledge me. Oh, yeah.
Sophie says people want The Undertaker to be the sole inductee in the Hall of Fame this year.
That's silly.
That's just dumb. I mean, I guess, you know, if you're a huge fan, whatever, but it seems kind of a weird thing to take the chance away from other people. That's kind of weird. Selfish.
Well, it wouldn't be his call.
I'm talking about the people who want that are kind of selfish on their part. Not The Undertaker. The Undertaker would never... I highly doubt he'd be like, it should all be all about me this year. You know what I mean?
Vin asked me a question.
Vindicator says, Travis, is it springtime weather yet in Idaho? Fuck no!
It hit like 19 today.
It was down to like negative something. It was almost a wind chill factor of negative 20 this week. Right. One day, like Tuesday?
But it will be
Tuesday night.
Yeah. Next week it's supposed to be in the 50s. And then yes, by hopefully mid-April we're back outside.
Literally, we went from negative weather to like, oh, it's supposed to be in the 50s next week. Fucking Idaho.
All this snow, we've got like about 4 inches of snow outside. It's all going to be mud.
Oh, it's gonna be
even the grass will just be like...
It's going to be all squishy and yucky.
I know. The dogs are going to love it. Paul Heyman saying he did it. Oh. When he broke the Undertaker streak at WrestleMania.
Oh, that's nice of him. Half credit. Robbie says, Ayla, what's your favorite dinner to make? And Matthew says, Jerry the King was huge in his day, especially with Andy Kaufman. Piccolo says, also, he's my favorite besides Sting. I love doing an impersonation of Mark. I already read all those, huh? That and that. Oh, Ayla says, pulled pork street tacos is her favorite dinner to make. Matthew says, Paul Heyman could replace Danny DeVito as the Penguin and Batman. And Robbie says, Ayla sounds cool. And Piccolo says, the security guys again, LO, those from Dynamite were robotic as fuck. JVD says, imagine if we got an Austin versus Macho Man feud.
Yeah, that would have been some good stuff.
Says,
and we might have seen Austin wrestle Macho Man before his time, right? Because he was in WCW as Stunning Steve Austin, and there's a good chance if you look it up, they probably did wrestle. Just like, you know how a lot of people want to see Sting and The Undertaker?
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure Sting beat him in like 5 minutes. They've wrestled before.
Right.
But it was when he was Mean Mark Callis.
Ah.
So those matches have happened. They're just in the wrong decade.
Right.
So
on different platforms.
Yeah, different channels, different platforms, different popularities. Mm-hmm. Mark Callis just wasn't that popular.
Under different wrestling names before they became that particular
Well, Sting was
one.
Sting, but yeah.
Right.
And that's why it was so quick.
Ah. Oh, they went like to a... It was kind of weird. They just went... They're like, blah,
they're
blah,
like,
blah.
cut.
And then it was like, cut it off. Cut it off.
Yeah, and there's only a few minutes left.
Yeah. Rose like, D, if you're cold, put a jacket on. Okay, I'm not really that cold anymore, but a wind chill factor of negative 20 is pretty chilly.
Yeah,
they actually had warnings for people not to go out.
I had to box my chickens in.
They had some pretty big warnings for people, so that's pretty bad when they have an actual warning in Idaho that it's going to be cold.
We're like, what? It's always like, cold.
What?
It's February. It's supposed to be cold. Oh no, negative 20, and you're like, oh, okay.
No, that's a little cold, I guess. Let's see. Matthew says, dude, we had a day in the 70s this week, and Pickle's like, you'd hate me. It's 77 today. And Matthew says, I think Austin might do one more match with Kevin Owens. He might.
I think it's going to happen, too.
Ayla's like, it's freezing here, and I am cool. Matthew's like, it's high 30s, low 40s. Now, Vindicator's says, Arctic cold fronts are ravaging USA more usual. Feels like winter will stick around longer than it should this year. If you're anywhere in the, like, Midwestern area, you guys are getting some pretty, like, cold,
shitty weather.
Fucking shitty weather.
Like Arkansas.
Like freezing rain shit and all that garbage. Ugh, I feel bad for you guys.
Oklahoma, Arkansas are getting, like, ice rain.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Every week, like, just constantly. Some of them are back-to-back storms. I feel bad for those guys. Mm-hmm. Texas. But Texas is just, it's getting the rain. Because it's a cold front, so the low's coming up this way, the cold's troughing down,
right?
And then it pushes. But where they meet each other is where it's very volatile.
Matthew's giving us the eggplant, and Sophie says they had many chances to give us Austin versus Hulk Hogan. Vindicator says, Ravi, does it rain more often in London than Ireland? And Ravi says, I love now the food you like to make seems cool, Ayla, LOL, and Ayla's eggplanting. Also, Luke says, Sting and Mean Mark wrestled one time in WCW. It ended in a no contest due to interference.
Well, there you go.
Ayla says, you never had street tacos? And Sophie says, too bad we couldn't get Taker versus Sting in Saudi. Instead, we got Taker versus Goldberg.
Yes.
Piccolo says, yeah, different iconic personas because Sting knew he wouldn't get treated fairly after the E bought out WCW.
That's a fact.
Robbie says, yeah, I live outside of London about 1.5 hours away, Vin. Yeah, it does rain a lot in the UK in the winter. Sophie says they have been hinting at Austin versus Owens at Mania since Kevin has been bad-mouthing Texas this past couple weeks on TV and on Twitter. Yes. Robbie says, add tacos, but not street tacos. Yeah, street tacos are a little more authentic to what we would consider Mexican cuisine.
Special guest.
Vince McMahon on the Pat McAfee show, eh? Vindicator said rain is still more tolerable than snow, LOL. JVD says here in Chicago we are getting snow and freezing rain. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, JVD. You guys in that Midwestern area, Illinois and Iowa.
Holy shit. He's like, how'd you pull that off? He's like, I have no idea. He'll ask real questions. It's a real show.
Yeah.
Meaning AEW shit is going to be thrown out.
Oh, yeah. You might want to watch that.
I might be watching that one next Thursday.
Next Thursday, huh? Let's see. Piccolo says, and when 2015 Sting went to the E, Trips had to make a Mania match. Matthew says, the conspiracy circle behooves that the deep state is modifying the weather as special operations take place. This whole big event that's happening right now is to dismantle the pedophilic elite. Oh, Matthew, sweetheart.
Oh, no, I hear it. My sister says some of that stuff, too.
I don't think
your soulmate.
I don't think the weather has anything to do
Oh, no,
with
like
it.
in Texas last year, it snowed right after they closed the pipeline down.
Right, and then
that's where it spiked. They're
and
like, this isn't even real snow, and I'm like,
the snow wouldn't melt, and it's just like, oh my god, have you guys never seen snow before ever in your entire lives? Are you guys fucking retarded?
Like, even if they were making fake snow, it would still be snow. Like, we had a snow machine at the mountain, and we'd always turn it on. And
it's not like they're making it out of soap, you dumb assholes. It was like, oh, you're missing out, but it's easy to make. And Matthew's like, what are street tacos? Matthew, you lived close on the West Coast. Is April here?
Hello?
Or was that just him?
Well, he would have barked even if April walked in. So.
True.
I just heard something thump.
Matthew's like, what are... Matthew, have you never had street tacos? Didn't you live out here in the western area of the United States? Robbie's like, Ayla, I make and eat a lot of rice dishes. I think, Robbie, you would probably like street tacos. Matthew says, oh, I like Brock's style. Right? Yes. JVD says, it's okay, I'm staying the F in my house. Right. As long as you have power, it's okay, right? Power and internet.
Brock looks like the dude that would beat the dude up that wore the clothes like Roman wears.
I know, right? Guido. He looks like fucking Guido.
Your acknowledgement?
Mr. Dick.
Mr. Dick.
Medicare says Billy Bob Lesnar. I hope he either rides a Clydesdale or inside a chuck wagon for his WrestleMania entrance. Sophie says, that would stink if Austin said no to return to the ring to fight Owens at Mania. And if they don't have Austin, who knows what the backup plan will be for Owens at Mania.
I got the crowd saying it, so.
Yes.
Look at Paul's face.
Pickle's like, Robbie, by the way, I watch Wrestle Talk Daily, and when Adam talks about board games, they frequent at a place called Draughts.
Nice.
Luke says, as much as I love you using the word behoove, you used it wrong. LOL. I just read. I just read. Sophie's like, I feel like they won't give Vince any real hard-hitting questions, though. It's Pat McAfee, Sophie. I'm pretty sure he will.
Yeah, they'll do more than you think.
Piccolo says, Robbie, it would be such an awesome hangout. And Applejack Styles is like, it's Rodeo Lesnar. Ayla's like, Matthew has to be joking. He has to be, right? It's so weird. Robbie's like, hello, Piccolo, not heard of that place. And Piccolo's like, good call, JVD. Matthew says, oh, the snow melting with a lighter. It's sublimation. Sublimation is when matter skips a phase. In this case, water goes from ice to vapor. It's nanobots in the clouds. Nerf. Flutterpunks in the chat says, Country Boy Lesnar, LOL. Ooh, he's getting paid to kick your ass.
He threw the contract. Or what did he throw?
I think it was
the mic.
Uh-huh. Oh.
He's like, I would kick your ass, but the only thing stopping me is Brock Lesnar.
Or maybe
because I'm going to sign this contract, and I'm going to kick your ass. You can bet your bottom dollar I'm going to get paid for it.
Right? So maybe he threw down his belt.
Yeah.
And then the pin fell on the floor, because Pierce had to pick up something.
There it is, signed.
He threw it at him.
What are you going to do there?
Dick, what are you going to do?
We already know that's not going to happen. Unless somebody shows up that we don't know.
Right.
Hulk Hogan or something. I mean, it doesn't make sense.
That wouldn't even make sense.
A young Hogan.
Oh, okay.
A cloned Hogan that they've had.
From the past?
Yeah, they've had him in a laboratory.
Right. Sophie says, where has this Lesnar been with this new personality of his that has been showing since he came back at SummerSlam?
He was a babyface. It's just working.
I think it just works for him. It's a perfect Saskatchewan thing. Robbie says Brock is good at the mic. And Matthew says, I'm American Taco Bell.
You must be confused, farm boy.
Oh, is it? It was like, yeah, I forget New Jersey people have no taste. And I was like, Matthew, who are you? JVD's like, Ayla or Standards? I guess not. Matthew's like, shut the fuck up, woman. A street taco sounds like roadkill on a Dorito. It looks like Brock broke another table by slamming his hand down. LOL.
These are all my people.
Too.
They all boot him.
Yeah, they're like,
he's like, they're all my people.
And Pat McAfee's, me? Cole? Who? Why are you here?
That's my sign.
Oh, I'm glad he knows who he is.
Yeah, Brock stood up. It's over. They're not going to go over, so he needs to cut it. Cut it.
Stephanie says, good night. Good night.
Oh, security can attack. Right, he's laughing.
Oh, God.
Oh, shit.
At least they gave time for Adam Pearce to get out of there.
Oh, shit. The poor dude. Why would you still be... Oh, God!
Oh, my God!
That hurt.
Oh, my God!
That poor guy got nailed. And then he just busted a table over that guy.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. Those poor security dudes.
That guy got hit with a fucking chair flying at his head.
He's like,
he grabbed their mic. What a great dude.
He's like, let me get this out of
And he's next. You didn't get out in time. Oh, God. Okay, good. He's so careful with them. That's nuts.
That's funny.
Including the guys you're in the ring with. He's like, okay.
That's
Brock
funny.
getting dirty.
All right.
Woo!
Let's see. Okay, so Luke's like, like, Brock broke another table by slamming his hand down. LOL, he broke Pat's table too. Sophie says goodnight, and Robbie says Ayla not impressed with man's food taste. LOL, Ayla's like, right, JVD, here I am thinking Matthew was better than the rest of people from New Jersey. Boy, was I wrong. Mitzi Aromas in the chat says, in 90 seconds, Hill gonna break loose, which it did. And Sophie says, I want Vince to do the Austin Broken Skull sessions. Maybe one day, right? Ayla says, I have zero respect for people who consume Taco Bell. Vindicator says, okay, guys, unless there are no pay-per-view or prediction shows tomorrow, I will see you on the day after most people's day off. Until then, show no mercy to all the fluffy stuff you have to shovel into oblivion. Of course, Vindicator. Have a good weekend.
Yes.
Robbie,
it's all frozen now anyways.
Right? Robbie says, Illy said it was decent. Vindicator says, bye-bye. And Pico says, LOL, hologram, Hulk Hogan. Sophie says about Cody showing up on WWE TV at some point. It's like, what? When? And Robbie says, Illy, yeah, I'm sure you recommended me to try it in the UK. And Heidi from Staten Island says, yeah, we're right, Mitts. And Jacob Pidgey says, and we are TNT tonight. Ayla says, Matthew, do better. JVD says, Ayla, right, I won't even drink a water from Taco Bell. Ayla's like, Robbie, I'll end you. Never, ever have I said that. Mitzi really message retracted. It looks like I love this Brock so much. Robbie's like, I'm pretty sure you did a long time ago. And Matthew's like, LO, I can't eat Taco Bell these days. Hell, most fast food gives me bubble guts. Ayla says, the water from Taco Bell is literally from the toilet. Mitzi Aroma says, I know I'm right, dudes. And Ayla says, Robbie, no, I did not. Matthew says, Ayla, stop calling me a Jersey boy. I poop on you. And JVD says, Ayla, everything from Taco Bell is made from the toilet. Robbie says, well, you did, Ayla, but we move. Pico's like, right on, see y'all next week. Yes, Pico, have wonderful weekends. Enjoy your new haircut, by the way. You'll have to send me pics when your camera starts working again. And Ayla says, Mama, Matthew, but you from Jersey. Facts, JVD. And Luke says, night all. And Jacob says, you guys watching Rampage? No. Not live streaming it. Watching it. All right, guys, have a great rest of your night. Thanks for joining us for some SmackDown fun and games and all that good stuff. And as Ayla says, no, I didn't believe that I tell Robbie to eat Taco Bell ever. No, I think we told him not to. And then they went and did it anyways and said how great it is in the UK. It's putrid. Anyways, as Robbie says, LOD laughing like she knows about the water from Taco Bell. Okay, laughing about something doesn't necessarily mean you've experienced it. Laughing about it just means that it's funny. You should check your sense of humor. Maybe it's the Taco Bell. Maybe you should stop eating it. All right, anyways, Matthew says, hello, you dork. I'll see your skank ass next Monday. And JVD says, this stream is sponsored by Taco Bell. Matthew's like, enjoy your weekend, y'all. And Ayla says, back at you, loser. All right, everybody, yes. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you again for joining us for SmackDown tonight. Have a great one. We'll see you again on Monday.
Have a good weekend. Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab. Bye-bye.
Bye.